Well, here we are again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to another run from the Nameless German Guy. And welcome to, checks note, takes a deep breath, World of Final, the Chibi, the Pokemon, the Jenga, the Funko Pop, the Dad Joke, the Fantasy. Or more commonly known as...
World of Final Fantasy.
Thank you. If you don't know this game, don't be ashamed. The game came out about a month before Final Fantasy 15 released and was completely under-marketed. It's a very, very cute little game, very a nice little gem in the series, and we're gonna have some fun today, hopefully, and not getting shredded by RNG, because the first 40 minutes in particular can be quite devastating. But without further ado, without talking much around the corner, I'd say let's get this run started. So we're going to start the run in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck and fun. Messed up my old timer here a little bit, but whatever. So, as you might can see in the top right corner already, we have some arrows. This game has a speed up button. This speed up button we can use in battle or during cutscenes.
Oh, am I gonna make it? The boss hates when I'm late.
Don't mind the little fox on our head. Just don't mind it. He doesn't even know it's there. He hasn't even noticed anything. So, say hello to Lon. Lon is late for work, and it's quiet today. No one is here, and he comes to work, and no one there. He works in a cafe, no one there, no coffee is made, no anything, but there's a customer, and suddenly his sister Rain comes in, pulls him out of the store, and is like, there is no one! The entire city is empty! And suddenly they notice the fox, and they start talking, and blah blah blah, blee blah bloop, fast forward. I personally don't want to go too far into the story of this game, mainly because I want to appeal to every single one of you who doesn't know this game to buy it, play it yourself, love it. I mean, I can personally just say I found this game a few years ago in the Steam sale and also was like, I've never heard of that game. The next 2 weeks the next 4 weeks I finished the game twice casually, and the week after I decided I want to play more, so I started speedrunning it. Sounds reasonable, right? Tutorial fight is already done. Good start. Time is doing quite well. So, basically, in short terms, we were trapped for no one really knows how long in a dimension where the time stopped.
I guess we should head straight down this path.
And don't mind us being little there, I'll explain that later. And we come into the first combat already, where we get to... explain the game mechanics a little bit more, and etc. So, Foxy, little Atama, is on our head again. That is the stacking mechanic, because in this game we play Jenga. We put monsters on top of our heads, and we're gonna get an example of this right now by catching this little Choco Baby. Isn't it cute? It will be here for a long time. There will be a lot of work for that little fella, and that's done. Catching tutorials. Same in every single game they are at. So, this Choco Chick we just caught by, just hitting it once. There are more diverse options. Like for some you have to deal certain status effects, for some you have to heal him. I'm opening the map a few times to skip over a few lines of dialogue, because now we're having this speech bubble above our head. Now we have to wait until the dialogue has finished. We can skip all lines of dialogue except for the very final one in this setting. And time for our first level ups. So level up is basically Sphere Grid from Final Fantasy X. At least for our monsters. For ourselves we have a normal level system. We're just gonna teach here and there. We're gonna make one of them stronger, teach the other one how to follow us and pick items up for us, and how to ram people, because ramming people is very important. And with that stroll ability, the little Choco Chick just found a luster leaf in this bush, which is an item that the little gimme golem here, they like to say gimme gimme and annoy us, wants, and now that we gave it to him, he just nopes out. He's happy, we can move on.
Huh? I found something.
Moving on through the tutorial area till here, where we do 4 more menu or map openings to progress the dialogue a little bit further.
Now, that
That's weird.
And then we're already nearly out of the tutorial area. Who doesn't love it? Ooh, what's this box?
It's like
Let's try touching it.
there.
Ominous,
On the tip of my
mysterious
tongue.
boxes are very, very ominous and very happy, so we just touch them. What's inside it? Oh, that's a behemoth. I mean, they wouldn't throw us in a battle with where we have no chance of winning here, right? Right? Well, that's unfortunate. Well, game teaching us that, luckily, for most of the game at least, there is no game over. Because little Tama has an ability to rewind time by a few minutes and basically teleports back to the point before the fight started and then teleports us to safety. There will be a few areas in the game where that isn't possible, mainly during boss battles, but that's getting explained later. Also, say hello to Chocobocolina. Totally not Choco. It is not Chocobocolina, it's Chocolate. Even though it's implied that they're the same person. A lot of things happening here already early on. Getting new monsters gifted. We just got to learn Tama's friend Seraphi. And now we're basically done with the tutorial, luckily though. Because what's gonna happen next is we head back, we get a few more tutorial messages. And yay, then we're nearly done with intro percent, which is one of the most annoying parts of the game. Because who likes official scripted encounter here against a single move, a few boxes of explanation. That was a nice crit. A few more explanation bosses, and then there's going to be one more random encounter in this area, which can contain either a single or a double Choco Chick or a single or double Moo. We of course hope for a single enemy right about here. Also, don't mind One-Winged Angel. Those Chocos aren't that evil. Give us some Gizzle Greens, though. Which are not really important. Personally, would have preferred some potions, but yeah. So now that we pass by the box again, we get new information about what's inside, but we don't really care because we just want to go fast, and intro done. So, now that we're done with the intro, anyone had a 3-minute unskippable anime intro on their bingo list for this game? Yeah, only break of the run, really, that we get. Enjoy. So, as I said, it's a very little goofy game. So basically, a little bit of story explanation so we get actually in. So, we now returned to the world of Grimoire, our original home. Which is inhabited by the Lilikin. And the Lilikin are the little Funko Pops that you saw here and there already. Where we are going to meet a lot more of in a few minutes. Because we're gonna see entire cities full of them. And just to clarify also, we are so-called giants. They used to roam Grimoire like ages ago, but by now they're basically extinct, except for a few that work for the enemies. You know what I hate about anime intros most of the time? They're almost so spoilery. Like, look at how much is getting spoiled here. Like, what are these dudes? Who's that? Why is she crying? Like, that is the confusing part, but especially this part is annoying if you actually know Final Fantasy, because it's so much spoiler already. Like, look, now they turn little because they can. And suddenly he's riding a behemoth and she has magic attack armor. Like, why? That's so cool. Why can't we have those? Well, we can, but we won't. At least most of the game we won't. And look at these cool attacks! Isn't that funky and cool and great? And oh my lord! And now we're just gonna obliterate all of the enemies! Except for that big one. That looks a little bit scary. Oh no, it's gonna murder us! Oh no, we're getting saved! Hi Lightning, hi Titus, hi Cloud, hi Squall, hi Warrior of Light, how are you all doing? Like, see what I mean? This is so much spoilering already at the start of the game, like, come on! Looks cool as heck though. Gotta say though, looks cool as heck though. Alright, and now that we're done with that dumb 3-minute unskippable intro cutscene, we can start to actually explore the game a little bit more and hope we not get into the more annoying bit of the early game. But that I'll explain when we get there in a few minutes. Finally, we can play the game again. So...
Is that a town over there at the end of the bridge?
That definitely is a town.
I don't know why, but something about it takes me back.
And we could hear train. Let's board the train. Let's meet one of the quirkiest characters that we are only going to see later. Get a semi-lifetime pass. Why is it semi-lifetime? Don't ask me. Of Final Fantasy 1, and Cornelia's under attack by the Bahamuthian army. Their goblins are here to invade, but luckily we just got here in time, so we can just, you know, punch them a few times and then try to catch them, but it failed for some reason. No sure why that. Tama explains, well, that's because they already belong to someone, and more menu openings, because we don't want to stand around doing nothing. There on the right, you can see him already. Best character in the game. Say hello to the character conductor. There's a statue you can win here. It's one of the daily, it's one of the prizes for today, with for a minimum donation of 25 bucks. I just want to have that so bad. All right, so basically we just met Princess Sarah. Yes, the Princess Sarah from Final Fantasy 1. So she basically just told us, yeah, the Bahamuthian army basically are the evil guys. They take away all the traditions where they invade. Many just join them because they're scared, but they don't wanna. And we're like, they're like, can you help us defend against them in case they return? And we're just like, we could, but we're here to catch more monsters because we were told that might unite us with our family again. So we asked if there is a place somewhere, and they told us, well, there's the Nether Nebula just around the corner. So let's go there, let's go catch some monsters, because we need to get stronger. Because getting stronger is great, especially in RPGs. So welcome to the Nether Nebula. This could be the first very annoying instance for us. Here on the first screen we will get one more encounter. We got a total of one encounter. Depending on what it is, I might decide to kill him or not. Because at this point of the game we can't really just effectively run away. So if it's Mandragoras, I'll fight, and it is a Mandragora, and it's a single Mandragora as well, so bye-bye. Freaking easy. And now we're getting into the second screen. So now entering the second screen of this dungeon, the encounter pool gets enlarged, and there will be two specific monsters that we are looking for. We'll be looking for a copper gnome and a floating eye. The copper gnome is very, very common in here. There shouldn't be a problem finding one. The floating eye, however, is the rarest monster in this area. There is only a single encounter where it can show up in. And it is pure RNG at this point, and there is no around it. We definitely need to catch it. And if we don't find one, well, then we have to run in circles till we find one.
The more upset she gets,
that was the first encounter on this screen. We will get one more encounter on this screen, one encounter on the next screen. And we really hope to find what we need in those two encounters. At least getting a copper gnome right now would be very important with the second encounter. Just gonna grab some more potions, because potions are important, and then we're gonna get a second encounter just before leaving the area right about here-ish. Encounters are step count based. Hey, there's our copper gnome. We're gonna hit it once and then try to catch it, and he's coming with us willingly. Very nice. So that was the important bit, because as we enter the next room, they are going to introduce mirage puzzles to us, which are switches that we have to put mirages, the monsters, on top of with certain weight and elemental resistance. And for this one, the copper gnome alone is perfect to fulfill both these requirements. Nothing else we have at this point, or could catch at this point, would just alone be able to. So it's important that we get it before we enter this room. And then we're gonna do another one in just a few steps further where we need a little bit more elemental resistance, so we're gonna put the Choco Chick on top of that. Just gonna start the dialogue already, and then let's hope. No, second switch, where we're gonna put the Choco Chick and the Copper Gnome. And then, yeah, we're gonna get one more encounter before leaving the screen, and we really need to find that floating eye. So let's pray for RNG that we're not already losing a ton of time here. Also, we're gonna put up a pick up here a Earth Hammer, which I'll explain in a moment what that is, and a Phoenix Down. And nope, that is not what we're looking for. Welp, looks like we have to grind out a few encounters. So on that note,
It's so sad.
we could read a donation.
Whoa, hey now, come on. You don't have to look that broken-hearted when you say it.
It didn't work, apparently. Alright, well then not. Oh, hey, there it is already. Okay. Perfect. So, Rain's gonna hit those. Lon is gonna Foxfire the little ones. And there's the annoying bit. So, the floating eye is what we need here. It can confuse our party members, which is very much not what we want to see. Especially not multiple times. And the floating eye is the first bit more special Mirage that we want to catch. Because its capture condition is that it's the only monster left on the field. So we have to kill everything else, and then it will... Come on, stop it. I don't want you to murder me, I want you to... Thank you. Alright. That luckily didn't take that long. So now we're set up for the next boss. We're gonna change our stacks and add some middle enemies. So Lana's gonna get the Copper Gnome and Rain is going to get the Floating Eye. So their stats getting added on top of each other while we're stacked up in combat. So now we already have like a third more health, a third more strength, a third more everything really. And yeah, that over there is a threshold. Threshold is usually where very powerful mirages are living. Gonna save a little bit just in case, because we don't want to game over just yet. That would be a little bit annoying. So, first boss. We actually get to choose our first boss with some Final Fantasy, very iconic Final Fantasy. We get Shiva, Ramuh, and Ifrit, where we are going to take Ramuh for two different reasons. The first one is, out of the three, he has the lowest HP. And the second reason is, with the stack setups that we have, our characters are now having a combined element so that they're able to use the ability Channel Element Earth, which he's weak to. And of course you attack the same person twice, so I have to heal. Also, yeah, we have an auto battle function in case you didn't notice yet. Auto battle will always repeat the last action taken. Can we get another crit? No? Well, he should die now anyways. First boss down. That wasn't too bad. So now they're basically just like, yeah, you're way weaker. They knew us before we were trapped in that other dimension for unknown reasons still. But they're like, we're too weak, so they're not gonna follow us. But they're leaving like Mirage of their family with us, so now that we killed Ramuh, he leaves us a Zept, a little tiny baby Vivi, very adorable and all. As we're now heading back to Cornelia. We leveled up a bit, we got a few new companions, we should be ready to take out an entire army on our own. So now we're just gonna head back here and then travel back to the city immediately, because that's faster than walking. Duh. Teleportation is nice. And yeah, we return to the city to find out, oh no, they actually set up a camp right outside of the city, preparing for a final all-out attack to take out the city and take it by force. So we are gonna meet the commander. The commander is actually gonna play a very important role in the upcoming battle. And then before we actually enter, we are going to teach our Copper Gnome two very important things. We first of all gonna teach him how to throw stones, and then teach him the attack Double Smash. fairly self-explanatory what that should do.
Where's the Goblin Camp?
Up on that hill. Come on.
Alright, so welcome to the Goblin Camp, the Watch Plains. Basically, we're gonna see the same exact formula as in the last dungeon. Here on the first screen, we're gonna, if we find some Mandragoras, we're gonna kill them for a little bit of experience, potential potion drops,
Okay.
or other goodies. If it's goblins, we're gonna run away. And from the second screen onwards, the encounter pool is gonna enlarge again and make way again for one monster that particularly that we want to catch. If we will not find it in the second or third screen, we will have to run circles till we find it. It's always a little bit annoying to have these kind of moments at the very start, but I mean, on the other hand, it's better to have this kind of RNG moments in the very start rather than in the late game. Still annoying to deal with, especially with the 3-minute anime intro. Like, it's cool the first 10 times, but if you see it 15 times a day because you keep resetting because RNG just doesn't want you past the first 40 minutes, it fast gets annoying. My movement actually was very terrible here that I got a third encounter. Don't know how that happened. Well, we're gonna take that. Alright, so second screen. We're going to see one encounter here. If it's the one I need, great. If not, I'll probably force out a second random encounter just before leaving the area. And we'll have a forced encounter in the middle of this. So first random encounter should be right on top of these stairs. Is it what we're looking for? Yes, there it is. Alright, we're going to unstack one party member, so they're now 3 separate, because else we would kill the Black Knight in one hit, and of course he isn't cooperating. Rain is stacked. Hit the guard, I guess. So we want to hit the Black Knight with the ones that aren't stacked on top of each other, because if we attack with the stacked party members, they would kill it. And we do not want to kill it. And of course that crit also. Unlucky. Very unlucky. I already saw the first crit and was like, could get close. And of course I get a second crit right after. Thanks, RNG. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We got the time. We're just gonna hit more enemies. Double smash. So maybe to explain why you can hear One-Winged Angel, if people have been wondering about that already. There has been a free DLC update forever ago for this game that introduced 2 extra summons that you just get put in your inventory at the very start of the game. Those 2 being Balthier from Final Fantasy XII and Sephiroth. And with those come their soundtracks, and I put my music to battle music random, so every single summon soundtrack can just show up in any random encounter, and that is not really great. So in this area, the chance to find the Black Knight is a little bit higher than in the next area, but on the hopes of actually finding one and not losing too much time, we're just going to progress right now. We're gonna get 2 more encounters between here and the boss, and I probably should heal for safety as well. Because that is not a lot of health over there. First encounter should be on top of these stairs, right here-ish. Not what we're looking for. Getting rode out already, huh? To explain that, that is an insider. In the FF Relay 21, we had one of our runners, Rhoda Moda, running circles here in this area looking for a Black Knight for 7 minutes straight. Since that, this phenomenon has been dubbed getting rode out. So yeah, now we're at the end of the area. The boss is right here if we move a little bit further. Just gonna pick up the potions because I can. And, well, guess we're gonna run around in some more circles looking for more monsters. So we have time for donations.
Steth427 donated $10. Good the luck on the run. This game is super cozy.
It sure is. Thanks, Steph. And yeah, good luck is definitely needed, so please send more. We can go for another one.
Hardy Datna donated $5, adding a $5 to my total from off-screen for a chance at that awesome Cactar Conductar prize.
I don't... yes. Personally, I have to say that Cactar Conductor statue is right now really tearing me apart, because on one side I'm kind of like, please no one donate more than $24.99. I want it so badly. But on the other side I'm thinking like, please donate as much as you can. It's going to a great and amazing cause and it's going to help a lot of people, so please keep donating. And yeah, still not getting lucky with that encounter. If I remember correctly, the encounter table right now, we have about a 2 in 7 right here in this area to actually find a Black Snake. If every encounter has the same chance value anyways, which we personally have never really figured out. Or at least I've never heard of us actually having figured it out. Come on! This is getting ridiculous already. And it's only the second out of the 3. Because in the next area, we have the same process repeat another time. Where we, with the only difference being that there we can already find what we're looking for in the first area. Come on, Blackneck, where you at? You are very important to me, you're very precious to me, you're gonna be very, very important, please. Yes, alright, and a triple pack. That means I can double smash. Hope that it hits 2 separate ones, which it did, to create a pretty good prism tunity. And then we're just gonna murder the other 2. For convenience. Alright, we can progress the game. Yay! Look at the cute little fella. And that Black Knight is gonna become very, very important for us later. Alright, so, time for the next boss. Say hello to Big Goblin. And the Bahamut Commander. But the Bahamut Commander is a joke, so that's why we're going to kill him first. And we hope that we see a lot of attacks on Lawn. That Gobsmack on Rain is already bad. Because at the end of this battle, we want to see Lawn dead. For the simple fact of the others getting more experience. And yes, you saw correctly that just dealt 1500 points of damage. That was a tier 2 elemental item, which we're going to see a lot more of later on. Because items in this game are broken. Please don't miss. That's less than ideal. Stack up, heal up. One more should be fine. Yeah, if I crit now, then it would be over. So, time to kill on. Oh, come on, 2 HP, really? Thank you. That's why I left it a little bit ahead. Alright, Big Goblin down. So, yeah, we killed Lon here just so the other party members would gain more experience, because especially we want to have the Choco Chick have a certain level after the next fight. So we can teach it some very, very handy and important abilities.
Now would be a good time to stock up on items.
But first, we're gonna do a little bit of a detour down here in the first secret area of the game, or at least the first one that we will see.
Let's just say that
somewhere in every dungeon is a secret area that is a little bit hidden in some, not hidden at all in others. And here we're gonna see and find that little black Choco Chick. And the little black Choco Chick we're gonna capture by healing it a bunch. We're gonna throw 3 potions at it, and then and after that we'll try to imprison it, taking it with us. That worked like a charm. So that black Choco Chick is super, 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 super fast. It's faster than Usain Bolt. The sad thing is, because we just caught it, it is a level 1 compared to level 8 that our yellow one has by now. But when we defeated it, or caught it in this case, it actually dropped a black Choco Chick memento, which is an item that allows us to transform monsters of the same family tree to now be turned into a black Choco Chick. So what we're going to do next is we're going to sort our prison case a little bit, throw out a few things that we'll not need, and then throw the yellow Choco Chick in a bucket of black paint. It sounds cruel, but it's gonna be very important for us, because now we can learn a few very handy abilities, all in front being the ability Flee. Flee is an ability that makes it if the Choco Chick or its stack tries to run away in a battle, that will have a 100% success rate. And also we train up the Black Neck a little bit because we need that as well. Because we just removed Tama, because Tama is no longer useful for us. So now we're having the Black Neck. Yay, Black Neck. And back to the city. So, after now we defended the city. Didn't I say something about not really wanting to go too much into the story? Whatever. Now, after getting into the city, they're trying to... they need people to check out the city of Ceronia. Hello, Mr. Cactor Conductor. To the city of Ceronia, which is in contact with the League of S, which is a anti-Bahamutian rebellion army, something along those lines. And, yeah, we basically want to try to ally up with the city to, you know, hope to keep Cornelia safe, because we can't stay there forever. And welcome to Paraglow Forest now, where we're hopefully gonna fight a cockatrice. That was a cockatrice there, but it had a moo stacked on top of each, on top of it. And because that was the very first encounter in the area, I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here by not taking that and hoping we find a better encounter, because when they are stacked on top of each other, before we are able to catch them, we first have to first topple the stack, which is a quite time-consuming procedure for us at the moment, because we're not really having a team that is amazing in that. We have a few abilities that will help us with that, but it still would take like 2, 3, 4 hits to actually topple them before then we actually have are able to catch them. So let's hope we'll find another one on the way. If we're gonna find, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did with the Black Neck, because if we were to hit them with just our entire stack, they would immediately die. That's an ambush. And of course, immediately dying is bad. So we're just gonna unstack, hit it twice again, which is not gonna kill it and put it in a pretty decent shape for us to catch it. And hopefully catch it if we find one. In the meantime, we have more donations that can gladly be read out.
Rain donated $5. It's up to us to defend the world of Final Fantasy copyright 2016 Square Enix.
You do have a point.
Indeed it
I guess this
is.
is wearing me down.
Thanks,
Wouldn't
Brain.
it be great if the mirages in our stacks
Alright, so final
look
screen,
around?
last encounter.
Come on. It's not that simple.
Please, game, don't make me regret that I didn't take it. Hey, there we go, better encounters. Unstack one team. Hit it once. Hit it twice. Catch it. Or not. Catch it. And run. Alright, works out. So, we're done with the RNG part. Woo! Now the rest of the game is going to be a bit more smoother and a bit more linear.
We can?
So, first of all, we have another boss battle coming up where I'm going to introduce another mechanic, because we are going to make ourselves small for the first time. Because while we're small, we are harder to hit. Our evasion is higher, which we're going to abuse to beat Yuna and Valfor. Wait. That doesn't seem right. Oh well, good thing we can actually lose that fight. Yay, death abuses. Yeah, we can actually beat them, but we don't have to because it takes long. It doesn't really give a real reward. And the most important reward, the Velfor memento, we get no matter if we win or lose.
Huh?
Also, yeah, that was
What's
Yuna.
up, sis?
More Final Fantasy
it's
references.
probably
That
nothing.
was Final Fantasy X reference. Grab that teleport stone, and off we go to the ice region. As you can imagine, maybe, or maybe not, it's cold in the ice region. And we're not really fit for that kind of weather, so hey, there's an inn. Let's see if we can find something interesting in there. So first of all, we're gonna meet Charlotta, who is a Final Fantasy reference, but I still don't know to fit which Final Fantasy because I didn't play that one yet. But seems to be one of the side games. And she is gonna hand us over a Warlock's Warmer, a magic warmer thingy, which is now making us warm up. Yay! Under the condition that we take Raphia with us into the city of Ceronia through the
I
ridge.
think we'll be able to cross the ice now.
So say hello to Raphia from Final Fantasy III. She's gonna be with us now, and she's gonna annoy us. Because what she can do is when she detects that we're low on health, she can heal us. Which she most likely will do in the one spot, only in the one spot, where we absolutely do not care about her healing us anymore. But more about that later, because for now we're in the Icicle Ridge.
On the way to Sarut.
I just knows my...
Mirage, as she mentioned?
But yeah, stay close to us, Raphia, or not, because we're going home for now. Because we're gonna do our first shopping, opens notes, and setting up a few things for late game. So, for example, random door has appeared here. We will not care about that for a few more hours. Because what's inside here does not matter for us right now. Once we leave, we get shortcuts, which will now allow us to teleport around in the main hub. But we want to specifically walk here, because when walking here now, we get sent to the Colosseum. Because of course this game has a Colosseum, which is run by Tomberries. Which is going to be very, very important at the end game. But we already got the teleport, so that's fine. And back to North Promenade, where we're gonna buy some items from Chocoboco Latte. So, first of all, we are going to sell literally everything. None of these items matter to us anymore. And then we're going to buy 15 Electro Marbles and 5 Bomb Fragments. So, those are Tier 1 elemental items. Tier 1 elemental items cost us 500 gil and deal fixed 500 points of damage against everything. It completely ignores the enemy's defense stat. It will just always deal that amount of damage. The only thing that actually affects that damage is elemental resistance or elemental weakness. So, if we, for example, find an enemy that is 50% weak to lightning, then of course, so basically 0.5 extra damage, which would mean that the item, the Electro Marble, would deal, instead of 500 damage, would deal 750. Quite hefty numbers, considering that we are only dealing about 150 to 200 damage right now. Also, introduction of HMs. I don't care that's not what they're called in the game. Those are HMs. They are certain moves that monsters can learn. That certain monsters can learn that will be needed here and there to actually progress the game. They're HMs. And before one more encounter before we leave the screens, they will actually either be bats or quattros. It's quattros. We're gonna kill the first one, hit the second one, and do the exact same thing again, just in reverse, to get some experience for our cockatrices. Because we're in an ice cavern, and believe it or not, things in here are weak to fire. Imagine, ice enemies being weak to fire. What is this kind of sorcery? So, of course, having more is nice. The Blackneck has a attack named Direct Fang, which I just used on the wrong enemy, doesn't really matter. Which, of course, is fire damage. Which will always be enough to kill an enemy here, which is nice. But on top of that, we're now also gonna train our cockatrices that we caught earlier, and that you totally didn't see just now, that will turn in Velfor later. and teach that how to cast fire. And then we are gonna do a little bit here. We're gonna give Small Land a Black Neck for in a little bit, and we're gonna switch out the Floating Eye for the cockatrice on a rain stack. Menuing done. Rest of the area is just running through, running from everything. More sliding puzzles, because yay, sliding puzzles. A few more scripted encounters, nothing big though, just more of the white necks that we already fought. So, nothing much going on anymore right now. Perfect time for donations.
Peppermint 244 donated $10. Is the battle music on random? One winged angel playing on a little goblin fight seemed very unfitting, but funny.
Yes, indeed it is. Yeah, I personally prefer random over the normal soundtrack. Like, don't get me wrong, the normal soundtrack is amazing. Just, it is way more funny to just, you know, randomly have one winged angel here and there. I was thinking a little bit about actually if there would be a place to maybe get some more summoning medals at some point, just to add some more music to the table, but sadly there is just at no point in the game really a great point to do so. Like every single time we go back in the city and back to the Ninewood Hills to stock up on items, there aren't really that many that we can buy here and there, because especially in the mid game we will go there, go back there and like next to never, and so that isn't really that great. But it would have been funny. We will, however, later on buy one more summon medal, which has exactly one battle, if I don't mess up my movement, where it could show up. So maybe we get that 1 in 5. Little cutscene. Do we get to teleport? We don't get to teleport. Whatever. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Something good? Phoenix down. Decent. So that was the last of these search points that we actually took. This one had very, very interesting things, from just potions, Phoenix Downs, up till even some elemental ice items, tier 1 and tier 2, which could have saved us some money in a little bit. And we just grabbed that elixir, and we're moving on to the boss of the area after this random encounter. Oh no, it's death. Alright then. So, next boss coming up. We're going to fight Region and Fenrir and his pack of white necks. Little thing to watch out for, of course, for us is we want to leave one member of his pack alive, because when everyone is dead, he can call reinforcements after a little bit. So we're only going to kill 3 of the 4 for now. And then we hope they attack Rain a bunch, because at the end of this battle, we want to have Rain dead so that Lan gets more experience. So this is already looking like a decent start. I don't like if he would kill her right now already, which he does. I'm gonna deal with it. Not the most amazing fight, but at least I can't really complain because I don't have to kill her myself. Because we want experience on the Black Neck for this fight. Because the Black Neck is gonna get a huge upgrade in a few minutes.
Are you okay?
But he needs to be level 11 for that.
Thank you.
A little bit of a scary thing. Here is one encounter. We hope it's not an ambush, because if this encounter is an ambush, that can always end very badly. Luckily not game over badly, but having to redo the entire dungeon badly. Even though Refia has the job of healing us while we're low, and she's doing it exactly now, where it doesn't even matter anymore, because after the next screen transition we would have gotten a full heal anyway. So, thanks for nothing, Refia, except for wasting our time. So, we finally reached the city of Ceronia. And then suddenly found out they, just before we came in, actually joined the Bahamutian Federation. Which is weird, because that's not exactly what we heard from the city.
Since it's our first time here.
So we're just gonna ask around what's actually going on here. Etc., etc., going down to the slums, and at the end we're just gonna see the leader of the city.
I know.
Wait
How
for the
can it
text
be
box
so
to finish
different
before
from the next run
talking.
over?
Who's going to turn out to be a Bahamutian spy? He actually killed the real leader and replaced him because he has shape-shifting abilities or something. I never really got that part of myself personally. But yeah, he's then going to attack us, and we're actually going to showcase for the first time the true brokenness of items. Because this enemy has an attack named Tower Breaker, which deals massive damage while we're stacked. So we just unstack, get a ton more moves. Like as you can see, like every single one. Now before we were 2, now we have a team of 6, and everyone gets a move, and everyone can throw items. That's a lot of damage, and he dead. We're sadly not going to use that tech too often because most bosses have some kind of AoE attacks, which would just immediately wipe us out when we're unstacked. But for the few fights that don't, it is just so satisfying to see them burn down in their health. Like, just again, to compare, like, we just did 500 per item. If we were to use all 6 party members in that moment to attack, everyone would deal about 50 to 100 damage maximum. So, massive increase in damage. So, we want to move on. We heard that we want to go, we should go to the low seas, but suddenly everyone in town is like, low seas? You can't have my boat. I need my boat. And one of the townspeople actually told us, well, there's a pirate ship in the harbor right now. So, pirate ship sounds good. How about we steal that? But before that, we do the second biggest menu of the game already. Where, first of all, we're gonna start on the Blackneck, who is level 11, so that worked everything out perfectly. Gonna move him over here to unlock the transformation into the White Neck. You know, the little white versions of them that we fought in the cave before, in the ice place just before. Where we then going to use what we got from the Fenrir boss, the Fenrir Memento, to turn the White Neck into a Fenrir. Yes, we're not even an hour in and we already have a boss fighting for us. Isn't that great? And he learns the ability Joyride, which is going to be very, very important for us for the entire rest of the run. And then we're going to teach Zapped a few abilities. We teach him Thunder and Enhanced Thunder. So now he can cast Thunder and he deals more damage with Thunder. Isn't that convenient? And then also we're gonna upgrade on our Floating Eye, teach it how to fly, and give it some magic boost. Then we're gonna turn the little White Neck into a Fenrir, and no, not Mirage Board, stack setup. Stack setup, I want it. Ah, it's back. Time loss. Help! So, what we want to do is we want to give a little on the Black Choco Chick and the Fenrir. And then we're gonna switch it up with Rain and give her the Floating Eye back and give her Zapped. So, second biggest menu of the run done, and now we have a bike. Also, funny cutscene.
What have we got?
A cannon? What's it doing here?
Good question. What do I do with a cannon in a harbor?
Nice. It's a
Oh.
perfect...
Okay then.
Ah! What just happened?
Naturally, this must be how the locals get around.
Uh-huh. Naturally. Well, cannon movement is at least fast. So yeah, we now have a Mirage with the ability Joyride, which is our Fenrir. And the Joyride ability is basically our bike. And on top of that, there are like 3 or 4 different speed types of Joyriders, and Fenrir is in the fastest class, which just means we're gonna zoom past the rest of the game, because we're just gonna move very, very fast. The only places where we can't use him would be in cities, because no bikes in cities. But on the other hand, there is another huge change with that, because as I mentioned earlier, the encounters in this game are kind of step count based. So, I mean, you've heard me say a few times that the encounter is going to be right about here. So I roughly know whenever an encounter will happen. Fenrir, however, doing bigger steps, faster steps. Just by riding him, we have a lower encounter rate. We already have less encounters just by riding that, which is the dream for every RPG, because one thing that everyone hates in their RPG speedruns are random encounters, and whenever we can lower or even totally get rid of them, that is the best thing we can ask for. So, more gimme golems. He wanted a swole shell that we picked up earlier. We're gonna get an encounter right about here. Little sharkies, we do not care, and we're going to pick up this chest over here, which contains a few fish scales, 5 of them to be exact, which are tier 1 water elemental items. And we're in the final screen of the area, where we're gonna hear a lot of screaming, because as you can see over there, there is another gimme golem before the pirate ship. And now we have to go to the far right to activate a switch to raise the water levels, to then go to the far left where we find the item that he wants, to then go back to the far right to lower the water levels before we can board the ship. So there's going to be a bunch of back and forth now, a bunch of up and down, a bunch of girls screaming while getting fired out of a cannon. And what's greater than hearing a girl getting fired out of a cannon screaming? Donations!
Rusibcool donated $15. World of Final Fantasy. Yes siree. Good luck on the run. This game is my guilty pleasure when it comes to Final Fantasy. Great to see in on a ESA stage.
I'm personally also very, very happy I was allowed to showcase this. It is personally still one of my favorite speedruns at the moment of the Final Fantasy runs I do. Because it has everything. It is goofy, it is funny, in the end game it is surprisingly deep, it hits all the nostalgia with all the different characters. It's a fun little game. I think we have time for one more.
Felicitas83 donated $40. Nice to see this game on ESA. I played World of Final Fantasy back in the days on the PS Vita. Good luck on the run.
Thanks for the luck wishes. We are past the point where we really need a lot of luck, but hey, you can never complain about luck in an RPG. Even if it's just crit luck in the end. Which isn't really a thing because we're not really using attacks that can crit, but it's the gesture that counts. And money for a great cause. And not just for a great cause, but for me personally also speaking, you can win a statue of the character conductor. It's one of the prizes for a minimum donation amount of $25. I keep saying euros because I'm European, but no, it's dollars. I still really, really want that. I really, really want that statue. Alright, we finally done with the harbor, and we boarded the pirate ship, and we gonna board it, and we gonna carper it, and we gonna take it home. But the pirates kinda have something against it. So say hello to the coup pirates. Yes, they're adorable. I'm gonna murder them anyways. One cast of thunder from rain will kill one, and electro marbles with lawn. And I just noticed I made a small mistake, but not the dire one at least. Because I didn't make lawn small yet, so he's not riding Fenrir around. It's fine, we somehow still got around. So, the pirates are defeated. The ship is ours! Yes! Except the captain kind of still has something against it. Hi, Captain Ferris. Hi, Sildra. Please don't obliterate me in a single attack. She obliterated me in a single attack. Well, that's unfortunate. And scripted. So we don't really care about that. And right after that, the Federation dude shows up again. We could technically kill him here with our items, but on his third turn, the battle automatically ends, so it would just be a waste of our resources, so we just do that. Now, Ferris kicks him off his ship, her ship, and then we are done with this chapter. So, Ferris, of course, doesn't want to give us the ship, but Quistis has one for us that she wanted to give the leader of the city, but then now they turned out missing and evil. Kind of not. And also, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Learning How to Count with World of Final Fantasy Speedrunning. Learn how to count to 20. Now we're at 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, crowd. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20! This used to be the other only break, aside the 3-minute intro that we had, until we actually found out we can, you know, manipulate and progress these dialogue boxes. So now we actually gotta work with during those. But it doesn't really matter anyways. So, turns out the low seas are called this way because they're low. Because they're all the way down. We just fell down a waterfall, the ship got destroyed. Not nice things to happen. Also, before I forget it, would you please turn small? Thank you. Kind of forgot that early already. So now we're just kind of stranded. And there were these little sea snakes that were bullying a defenseless turtle. So we don't like bullies, we kill bullies. Please don't do. Please don't do it outside of your fantasy games, please, though. And now that we saved Baby Turtle, Papa Turtle shows up, or Grandpa Turtle in this case, and offers us to, you know, take us around. Which is great, because we don't have any sort of transportation, so yay! Also, hi, completely over-leveled sharks.
Something swimming around over there.
Yeah, these sharks are completely above our level. We're supposed to avoid them.
What?
Which luckily we'll be easily able to do. Because we're gonna get a cutscene right here, where Final Fantasy X-2's version of Riku joins us. She got stranded out here, and now by just holding the fast forward button, you saw the sharks move much faster there in a moment. And then just by going slightly to the right at the start, we now have easy cycle. Due to that little speed up, we are now in a cycle where I have to only go straight. None of these sharks will ever touch us. We are immortal. They can't do anything to us. And we don't have to stop and stare and try to avoid and evasive maneuvers and everything. So, yay for fast forward working for once outside of a cutscene. For whatever reason. And with that, we're coming up to our next shopping trip. So let me actually scroll down my notes. Because I don't want to buy wrong things. If I end up buying wrong things, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's the end of the run, because it's not the end of the world. Because there's a give infinite money cheat that I can just enter if need be. Which I hope I won't have to, because, you know, I'm grown up, I'm able to read, I'm able to actually get the right things.
Why don't we look for a town?
Be careful.
So, up in here, and then we're off to the next shopping trip before we are going to progress through my favorite area, actually. The Dragon Scars. Alright, so we want to sell everything except fish scales, phoenix downs, frigicides, or solid frigicides if they have. Which we don't, I think. Yep. And then we want to buy 14 lightning marbles, because now we can buy tier 2 items for 1,000 gil each. 20 dragon scales. And we want to buy 1 more fish scale, 3 solid frigicide, and 4 normal frigicide. Then we want to check how they're placed. Yep, that please change. Thank you very little. Because I want to have them in specific spots so I can find them easier in the battles. And back we go to the Dragon Scars, which has one of my, which actually has probably my favorite overworld music in the game.
Oh, come on.
Has some of my favorite dialogue, which we sadly won't get to hear because we're too fast. Because we're the game didn't actually think we have a fast Joyrider at this point. Yep, that definitely sounds like a dragon. Don't you agree? I think that sounded like a dragon. And yeah, just because the game doesn't think that, there are basically points where just gonna start the next bit of conversation automatically, so you just hear skipping around with the dialogue all the time. And we're making our way to actually the hardest boss in the game already.
Dude, it all makes
It's
sense
not
now.
fun if you actually have to say that this early in the run already.
Resistance stuff?
So this is a normal dragon, and just to show again how broken items are, we're going to throw the dragon scales that we just bought to deal a massive 2,250 points of damage here. Massive. And that for the low price of 1,000
Basically,
gil.
we need to imprison as many of the mirages
And here we get to meet the worst boss in the game. Say hello to Cerberus. He is way too overpowered. He's way too broken. Please nerf. And there's an item that we need that is located right behind him. And oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Cerberus. No. 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 Been a while that actually happened to me. The hardest boss of the game is actually just a gimmick joke normally, because we can just run away and then or just run through him and grab the item, and then he engages us again and we run away again. But yeah, turn order said no there, and that's quite unfortunate because now I have to run through the entire area again. Luckily no game over, because this doesn't actually count as a boss. That's more of a tutorial thing, because he's so strong that the game expects you to, you know, actually cast Libra on him, see, oh my lord, he's way too beefy, I'll never beat him, and then try to catch him instead, for which you have to deal fire, lightning, and ice elemental damage, all three, and then you get a chance to catch him. Which is also the introduction to XL monsters, because he's the first XL. So far we've seen large, smalls, and mediums. Since we don't have the resources to fight this one again, we're just gonna do the exact same trick. The first time we did, because we have the resources at this point and the experience from them, dragons is quite good as well, so we usually kill them. So we don't have to do extra on the way out, but now we do, because I don't have the resources. Alright, Cerberus, please don't do that again. That would be nice. Thank you. As I said, since we just run away from him, he will now have some iframes. We just walk right through him, grab the chest, engage us again, and we get away this time. It is rare that he gets an attack, and I was unlucky already that the dragon did their Flare Star attack, putting Lan already pretty far down. But it's fine, it's fine. There's a reason my estimate is 15 minutes above my PB. And it's for the RNG in the start and for other unexpected things or slight mistakes that may come up. Alrighty then, so we done here. We got the fluffy flower, which we need for the gimme golem. Before we actually go to the gimme golem, we are going to leave the area once real quick to reset the encounter value. And then we going back up. Give him the flower.
Gimme, gimme.
Yes, yes, gimme, gimme, I give you. Please, take the fluffy flower. And bye-bye. And now we can actually move on to the next boss, which is gonna be the Mama Dragon. Mama Dragon, a little bit of a dangerous fight. We have to fight this one quite precisely, because once Mama Dragon is down to half health, she's gonna do a Flare Star Plus, which at this point of the game, since we're completely underleveled, since we just relied on our items, will immediately murder me. So what we want to do is we want to get her with the first two attacks a little bit above half health, and then with the second set of attacks, just kill her, which means we're gonna use a Fridge Side, a tier 1 ice item, then a solid for 3000. You see how weak she is, then another solid, and there's a Flare Star Plus. That is unfortunate turn order, but that's okay. We have Phoenix Downs and another solid 4 kill. Some bad RNG here already. Man. So, Mama Dragon is dead, and suddenly Papa Dragon shows up, but gets punched into oblivion by Tifa. Yay, thanks Tifa.
He's a champion too.
So we have a little talk with Tifa, and she's in the end is like, why don't you come to Nibelheim? So yeah, sure, let's go to Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Where maybe people will be able to help us
I
out.
think I can.
Wait, Agafair? That didn't seem like Nibelheim. Wait, this is Nibelheim. Why is this not Nibelheim? That's Midgard.
Are you guys seeing this town?
Yeah, that's Midgard.
Yeah.
Where's Nibelheim?
That's where Tifa lives.
Wait, this is Nibelheim? Well, Nibelheim had an upgrade. So, entering the town, and we're first of all going to see Cowboy Tifa. Hi, Cowboy Tifa, and Rydia! Yay! Who knows a little bit more about the legends, because by now we're just following a legend, because they're saying there is a legend about 2 giants from the hills. We are 2 giants from Ninewood Hills, and about them collecting 4 keys or something. And Rydia knows a little bit more about that legend, and she's like, "Yeah, we located by now that the key location mentioned must be Valley 7, because there are 24 valleys in total here that are lava filled and etc. But Valley 7 is apparently the one that we need to go, and Rydia will accompany us in here."
Think about cold things.
Just again, Rydia and Fire is not a great combo. I really admire her for getting over her fear.
And we're finished.
And here's the next meme part. Because we're gonna hear a lot of screaming, because it's funny. More puzzles, where we of course have the answer already. Ready, stuck. That's gonna grow something out of there, making a bridge. More screaming, a random encounter. More screaming. So yeah, as I said earlier, we can't skip our dialogue boxes like this, but the final one will always loop around for everything we do. Like, open the menu right now.
Why are you sneezing? It's like
500 degree in here doesn't mean you don't have to sneeze. There are other reasons than cold for sneezing. There is no particular reason why I just looped that around 2 extra cycles. It's just a funny. Because Screamy's funny. Alright, so we went all the way to the left, where we were going to find, was it a Jiggle Jaw? I think it was a Jiggle Jaw. It was a Jiggle Jaw. And now we're gonna use the teleport stone that we found earlier to teleport us back to the entrance, because going all the way back to the middle and then to the right is slow. By now using the teleport stone, not just do we save time, but also reset our encounter values so that we shouldn't get another random encounter on the way out of here. Yeah, takey. Gotta love those gimme golems. At least when they don't annoy you because you don't find the item. So, most of the area already done. Till suddenly, giant fire pillar and Rydia completely loses this and runs away in fear. Because, I mean, her entire village got blown up as she was a kid, so yeah, she is afraid of fire, so that is fair. Gonna give this tutorial here because it's very important to not lose time later. And, oh no, Rydia's getting attacked by some bombs! Well, we can't have that happen. So we're gonna engage them and we're gonna spray them with water. More specifically, the fish scales we picked up and bought 1 extra earlier. There are 6 of them. And now there were none. So Rydia now calmed a little bit down and will help us get rid of the fire pillar with her dragon. And then after that, she is gonna leave us because she wants to get out of here, which, I mean, understandable. And then we're at the end of this area already, where we are going to find the first key and have a little bit more of a gimmick.
Okay.
Because we're in Final Fantasy. What are iconic fire monsters? What could await us at the end of this cavern? Make your guesses,
You're
people.
coming too, Tama.
And I
Nice
already
try.
messed up. This screen is quite tight in movement if I want to skip the random encounter right before the boss.
Can't give up now.
Technically, we can, but
Think I
let's
already
get
messed
this
up
over
with the first steps. Going a bit too far to the right. Nope, still made it. Good. No encounter here. Hey, there's the key! And it's guarded by a king bomb! And what do bombs like to do? Well, they like to blow up in your face. And this one does upon its death. So he's gonna do one hit, which damaged Rain. So we're going to now defend with Lawn. Throw 2 more items with Rain. Then he exploded. And due to Lawn defending, we actually survived it. Yay, bomb is down. Key is collected. Got the Key of Flames. Go away, Leviathan. We don't have time for you yet. And suddenly the lava place turns into water and flushes us out, and suddenly we're here.
Maybe we shouldn't go this way after all.
Maybe we should, because it's the only way to go. Oh, hey, look, a little toad. Funnily enough, Tama is able to speak toad, and the toad tells us that it's not a toad. The toad is actually a human. Got cursed and turned into a toad by this toad. So now we deal earth damage to it to create a prisontunity, catch it, and force it to turn the frog back into a human. Also, that lucky toad is going to be important for us later as well. So, frog turned back into human. Who is it? It's Snow! Yay! He and Shiva will now assist us going through the area a little bit. And he is here because there is a giant jelly that terrorizes people that live near here, even though we haven't even seen a village or something like that. And that jelly can't be defeated, so he's just coming by to beat it up every now and then. Whoops. That's not a bridge. Oh no, frogs! Get away from the frogs! And it's not even Wednesday, my dudes. It's Thursday. Alright, so, also we have to watch our movement here, because all over this areas are hidden mines, you could call it. Basically just triggers where if you step onto them, they will trigger an encounter that can't be ran away from. You have to kill it. You don't really have the resources for that, so whatever. Here's the jelly. He doesn't like lightning. We deal a ton of damage to him, and after the next one, he did. Man, we're overpowered for this part of the game. Beep. So, with it beat, Snow is gonna go on his way, and we're gonna move on. Yay, we're out of the swamp, and out of the swamp into the desert. Because yay, deserts! Every good Final Fantasy needs a desert. Where we're going to find a caravan, and in that caravan, we're going to find a woman that just randomly knows the entirety of the prophecy that was lost to humanity aeons ago, and will now be able to tell us exactly where the other keys are. Well, not exactly, but, you know. She tells us the Key of Earth is... what was it again? Exactly. The Key of Earth is hidden in the land bathed in Mako. The Key of Darkness is hidden in the land of never-ending night. And the Key of Tides is hidden in a temple under the sea, or by the quattro. I'm not sure what that temple. Underwater temple, basically. And then we just like, hey, there is a huge desert, and it's at night there come weird glows from it, and hey, let's check it out.
Despite the harsh desert climate, mirages here are full of life.
When did we step into a documentary?
Duck you what? Does anyone know that word? I sure don't. Alright, so, desert, which is basically a little maze. The maze will be that we have 3 lanes to choose from, and on one of those lanes will be the sun in the end that you can see. For this one, it's the left side. For the second screen, it's the right side. And the third screen, it's again the left side. And at the end, then, we'll hope that we find what we're looking for.
Ray? That creepy noise that we've been hearing, I think it's getting the opposite of not less quieter.
Very good, Lon. You are correct. The creepy noise is indeed getting the opposite of not less quieter. That is very well worded by you. And very, very correct. So, back to the left side.
Huh? The sky's gone all orangey.
It's getting late. We're taking too long.
We better get the clear of here before the sun goes down.
It's fine.
We better get the clear of here before the sun goes down.
You already said that, Thomas. Alright, so basically out of the desert, we're just gonna grab the safety high potions here. Maybe we'll need them later. And we're moving on over here, where suddenly it turns we basically are now in night, and suddenly the entire place is swarming with sandworms. Which is our next boss, which is weak against water, 2 scales per. We hope to not see one certain attack, which we luckily didn't. And then we're just gonna murder them all. Do we get any earth hammers? If yes, how many? 2. Neat. 2 extra backup items for later in the game. So we're now just... we killed them, we want to go on, and suddenly lightning shows up. And it's like, you shouldn't be going around here, let's head back. Saves us from some more sandworms. Having a little talk in the desert. Suddenly a castle is rising from the sky, from the sand. We got like sleep potions or something they gave us. They sealed our powers suddenly away, and we get thrown into prison. Yay, prison! Because every good Final Fantasy needs a prison, right? Talk to this little fella. Gonna walk away, skip one more cutscene, and then I'm gonna do a safety save. Because even though it only ever happened once, I have game overed at this point of the game already. And with how RNG has been treating me today, I definitely don't want to take the chance, especially since it's a marathon run anyways. So, yeah, basically they sealed our powers as Mirage Keepers, which was our special magic abilities that was allowing us to control the monsters. So we're now on our own. And they warned us to go out here because the security system is extremely high tier, but we can take it, right? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. They're gonna murder us. Or not, because Squall shows up, gives us a Elt box, and suddenly we can capture our very own Magitech armor. And we can ride it too! Isn't that amazing? Alright, very important notes for this, because this is the one area where I still like to get confused. But before we do anything, say hello to the Searcher. This is the last monster that we really want to catch in the game. Luckily, it's a scripted encounter this time, but if we get unlucky, he can very much murder us if he doesn't want to go in. Okay, good. Very good. So, Searcher now with us. Problem solved. Everything is fine. Now we just have to continue to go through the prison. Getting some more exposition on what's actually going on, even though we're gonna not hear half of it.
So why are you
Because dialogue skipping, etc., etc.
Suppose it's to make up for the
So we go downstairs twice. Then we zap to the left.
It was Edgar.
Zap. We are waiting for the Searcher. We're now going to play Metal Gear Solid, because we're now going to be the most sneaky that we've ever been. Like, look at the sneak. Do you even see the characters still on screen? I don't. Oh, there they are.
Which lies dormant beneath this facility.
We gonna zap this wall, grab the chest,
Yeah.
go in the other
So wait, you
direction.
mean
Yep. This isn't a coincidence.
There should be a
Edgar sent you
box
here as
right
part of
about
the operation.
here where we can hide in.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Very
So
well
why
hidden.
didn't he just
He
ask
will
us?
never see us.
Figaro didn't join the
We want to avoid combat here as much as possible because all encounters in this place are unrunnable, which would be very unfortunate because while we're in prison, they probably took all our stuff, right?
Life
Because that
and
would be the
death.
smart move.
Sounds like
Right,
that
zap
freaking
chest.
Golden Mask said back in Ceronia.
Because, you know, it's a prison. They sealed away our powers, and they probably also took all our stuff. That would be the reasonable thing to do, right?
It's swarming with all kinds of dangerous
Down
marauders.
here. Hope I still make the cycle since I needed a moment in the start. Nope, I don't.
We were hoping that you two would be able to keep
Doing
the
more
mirages at bay.
sneaky, sneaky,
Except
sneaky.
It looks like your powers have been suppressed.
Well, we don't really know. I mean, they've never
And
been
now
suppressed
we're at
before.
the end of the prison, where I'm just gonna do some more dialogue skipping. Operation is in motion. Use the alt boxes. You know, I think she can. Yeah, it's possible, but I can't promise you. Now, enough talking. Let's press on. Alright, so at the end of the prison, yay! And that is a death machine. Oh, hey, cool, they never took our items. Well, they were dumb, bye. What a great prison where they didn't even take away our stuff. Thanks, Squall, for helping out. He's gonna stay back to keep our backs turned, and then we're just gonna head over to the Mako Reactor. So, basically, in case you haven't actually been able to make it out. Also, hi, Shelk from Dire of Cerberus. Why are you attacking us? Really? Imagine missing me. So she just whooped our asses, and after that, removes the suppressors we had because she's actually on our side. She just attacked us to see our resolve, etc., etc. Alright, and now we're coming to the biggest menu in the entire run. There is a lot to do. A lot
Watch
to
your step
do.
here.
First of all,
This area
rain
is
small,
full of
please.
mirages.
I need small, then prism case. Alright, so, Magitech armor goes out. I want my high-level Choco Chick. I want the Copper Gnome. I want my Floating Eye. I will need my Fenrir back. I definitely want my Cockatrice. And then we want something from the Mirage board of the Lucky Toad. Because what I want here is a Mirror Jewel. Specifically a Resist Confusion Mirror Jewel. Mirror Jewel basically accessories in this game that have certain abilities that will help us in the game. That was the first one we get. We will get a few more over the course of the run. Black Choco Chick will get speed, speed, evasion, speed, and speed. That thing is going to be faster than Usain Bolt in a minute, or already is. Then the Copper Gnome is gonna turn into a Mithril Giant. Look at that thing. Gonna learn how to Rock Smash and give me a Shell Mirror Jewel. Then Searcher is going to learn First Strike and Faith. Faith, an ability also most Final Fantasy games are known for, raises magic damage by 20 to 25%, does affect item damage, funnily enough. And then, as I foreshadowed earlier, we are going to turn our Cockatrice into Velfor. Yep, wrong. Alright, so I need you to be big, I need you to be big, and that should have been it. not Mirage Board. I'm done with Mirage Board. A stack setup, please. So, Rain gets the Choco Chick back and gets to fly on Velfor. And Lon gets Fenrir back and also gets the Searcher. Searcher is going to be very important for us later. And we can continue on with the game. So, welcome to Mako Reactor 0. So, in case during the prison you weren't able to actually keep up with the story dialogue, King Edgar of Figaro Castle locked us here on purpose to help him free his castle from the Bahamutian army. His castle also was taken by force, and a few of their soldiers are at all times in the castle to overview them. And yeah, every single town that is taken over by the Federation actually gets an anchor attached to it. And he needs the power of the Mako Reactor that we are going to unleash right now. At least that's the plan. Also, look at the cute flying animation. He is gonna use that power to rip the anchor right out of the castle and just get rid of it, and then just, you know, be free, happy, liberated. That's the spirit. So we have a bit more of Mako Reactor to go through. More random encounters to see as well, which we don't really care because we're now too fast for anything. You have to hit those in a certain order, as you might be able to tell by the numbers or the wires going from them. It's mostly a mix of both. That tells you in which order you actually have to take those. Press that switch. Over there's bricks. And more dialogue. And now we're actually going to have another instance of dialogue just repeating indefinitely because we just won't let it finish. Why? Because we're just going too fast. So there will be some shenanigans going on here in a moment. So activate the 1, go over to the 2, or not because of encounter. Get out.
Maybe machine. No, that's the impossible. Never the...
And now we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Okay, it's forgotten.
Well, at least... well, at least... Yay, more doors open. Well, at least we know how to imprison them. Getting a lot of one-winged angel today. Barely haven't heard Balfear's theme. Well, at least we know how to imprison. Well, at least we know how to imprison them. For now. Are you sure about that? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thing every good Final Fantasy needs, a over-dramatized escape sequence. And believe me when I say it, this one is so incredibly bad because it's so tight. Like, you see that 15-minute timer, that is barely enough for what we're doing. Like, even if we were, I can't even do all Detroit. There are so many great treasures all around here, and I can only pick up one single one because it's right. Oh god. That little misstep might already kill a run. Not a great spot to do that kind of stuff, forgetting that the movement switches there. This is gonna get clutch. This is gonna get very clutch. These escape sequences are always so clutch by Final Fantasy games. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they could easily give us more time, but no, they decide to make it unfun by just making it so short. And, oh, Jesus Christ. Did you see that? We only had a few seconds left. We nearly blew up. Oh, hello. Is that a Black Mage army regarding the reactor? That indeed is a Black Mage army guarding the reactor. And one of them is Vivi. Hi, Vivi. You're coming with me. Or not. Because he isn't actually a Mirage. So, what we also just used for the first time were Spellstones. Tier 3 items. They are not available in the shop at any point of the game. They can only be found in a few treasure chests here and there, or from certain can be dropped from certain boss enemies. They are very, very helpful though, as they deal 3,000 damage per use. And not just that, because also they deal 3,000 damage AoE. And with that, we're in chapter 16. Clash on Big Bridge.
It's off to the west, right?
And Big Bridge is big. So since we don't have any donations at this point, sadly, right now, all I have to really say, ladies and gentlemen, the next 10 minutes there's nothing gonna happen. Go to the toilet, grab a drink, do whatever you want, clean your room. The next 10 minutes, literally everything we're going to do is walk in a straight line, flee from some encounters, then walk the bridge back down, because there obviously isn't a super overpowered item that we want to grab that is as inconveniently placed as possible. Because why wouldn't it be? Hey, Igo. And yeah, the next 10 minutes is nothing that really is going to happen. So take a break. Come back in a few minutes. Because this is all we're gonna do for the next 10 minutes. There's nothing really to talk about either. It's just boredom. There's nothing going on. Come on.
You okay, Rain?
A friend of mine used.
And the saddest thing is, there is at least some entertaining dialogue in here, but we don't even get to hear it because just as it starts, we get an encounter. Why? And now it's skipped.
Because the only thing worse than climbing a slippery hill is trying to come back down. Anyway.
She's so upset we've moved beyond trivia.
Yep. So, we just completed the first third of this dungeon. Yay! We still have 2 thirds to go. So, no place going forward. We're gonna hit a trigger on the left, trigger in the middle, and a trigger on the right to spawn a cutscene. Oh yeah, there is one interesting thing that happens here. Say hi to Bartz and Boko. And as for everyone who played Final Fantasy V, you probably know what's gonna happen. I mean, Clash on Big Bridge, Bartz showing up, you all know what's coming. And it's gonna be amazing.
Okay, then why don't I tag along? The more the merrier, I say.
The more the merrier, indeed! Just that he, you know, doesn't actually aid me in battle, and we don't really do anything together except a few dialogue lines that mostly get skipped by encounters in between. Fun! Like, see, again, he was just about to start talking, and in that moment, encounter. The bane of speedrunning this game. Can't even enjoy a nice conversation.
Back when I was a kid, I heard some towns still had folks like you. But now...
Skip by screen transition.
Oh, I wonder what happened to them.
By the way, Bartz, you wouldn't happen to be a summoner.
Me? No way. Boko here is just a really good friend.
Ooh, Magic Pot, that's rare. Hi, Magic Pot. I don't have an elixir for you. Even if I would have, I would not give it to you.
There are plenty of
Because fun fact, you know how elixirs in every Final Fantasy games are either completely worthless or completely overpriced? Yeah, if you haven't noticed before in the shops, this is one of the games where they're completely overpriced. Every elixir sells for 12,500 gil, which means just like, you can transfer into 1,500? Yeah, 1,500 points of damage. No, 15,000, that way around. 15,000 points of damage. Which is quite insane. And now we're just walking back down. There's an elixir in that chest. We're gonna pick it up on the way back up. because on the very bottom on this part, and no, we couldn't just jump on the left side, sadly, because there's no jump pad on the bottom. Yeah, at the very bottom here, we are going to find another Mirror Jewel, and this is going to be the Stealth Mirror Jewel. And the Stealth Mirror Jewel lowers our encounter rate to a point that with the combination of our Fast Joyrider Fenrir here and the Stealth Jewel, we will see next to no random encounters for the rest of the game. Like, we will probably still see like 2 or 3 more just on the way up the bridge. And if I mess up my movement here and there, we might get to randomly see 1 more here and there. But aside from that, no more encounters. It's so great. But why did they have to put it here? It's a minute detour to climb all the way down here. Just to climb all the way back up, which is another minute. Which is annoying. But yeah, it literally saves us like 10 minutes in the long run. So, have to grab it. And back up we go. This bridge is big. Fun fact, by the way, from the lore side, this is not a bridge. This is a summon. This is the almighty Alexander. Just some dude at some point just ripped him out of his home world and placed him here to be a bridge for the rest of eternity. And he kind of was just like, okay, bro. So now he's just here with a bridge for all eternity. With a broken elevator, like you see, at the very start, there was an elevator trying to get us up, but then it suddenly stopped, and that's why we have to now climb the entire bridge, which is ugh. And of course we get another encounter right before leaving here. Moving in a straight line in this area in particular is harder than it seems. Because most likely you won't find the right angle, and that wasn't just the step before the encounter, that was literally on the screen transition. I love when that happens. So, last third, and we're gonna see another little gimmick. These golems here don't like us, so they do summon circles. If we touch one of them, we trigger a fight that we can't run from, which we do not want to do, but luckily we get those jump pads over here. So we can just easily dodge them. And we're going to just murder them. Again, Spellstones, AoE 3000 damage. Those had 1.5 times damage by lightning. So 4,500 points of damage just like that. It's just that strong. It just works. Just taking out everything just fast. Luckily, we're nearly done with Big Bridge, though. Here we want to jump on a second.
You know that expression,
and that
cross
ASAP.
that bridge when you come to it?
Because as you see, that is quite clutch.
I mean, it's not like you can cross a bridge.
Now here I want to be a little bit careful, because there's a jump platform I could take here by accident to throw me on the other side. Which I really don't want.
Make it stop.
Hello, Mr. Mithril Giant. You're kinda in my way. Could you please not? No? Then need lightning. Getting some great experience here too from those guys at least, so there's that. We could in theory just do the thing we did with the other encounters and just, you know, run. Actually, I'm not sure we can run from these battles, but even we could, I mean, the experience is just that great. So, we're finally at the top! We did it! Big Bridge is defeated! We done! We don't have to climb anymore! Hello, Mithril Giant. This is the last one. Lightning Spellstone. And, yeah, best that I can still say is everyone get ready for ready to jam. We sadly won't be able to jam very long, but it will be a very good jam because I really, really like this version of the song. But before that, Fenrir! Speed. And speed. Speed is just the most important stat for us. Alright, so, time for Battle on Big Bridge, because of course it's Gilgamesh. We're gonna throw 2 sets of items. He's gonna do 1 attack, then we're going to unstack with both and hopefully kill him before he buffs up. Bye, Greg. Yeah, and he waited 100 years for his revenge against bards. Or at least he claims that. So, we're done with Big Bridge. Yay! The last bit is literally just home stretch, a little bit of running. Up there is the exit. Oh, finally the exit. Big Bridge was just the most annoying part of the run. No one can convince me otherwise. There are a few areas that are similarly boring with nothing really happening and just being very long, but at least you have to do more than walk in a straight line.
Oh, come on.
Like you actually have to go left and right and up and down and stairs and... Alright. We're done with Big Bridge, off to the Eclipsed region. The land of never-ending night. 1 skip, 2 skip, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, is that the train?
No, it's not the train. The train didn't have pumpkins and a magic hat. But it's definitely a train. And look at there, there's the character conductor again, asking, right, tickets please. Just wanting to point out once again, even though I really don't want to, we have a character conductor statue as a prize for today. Only today, if you donate within the next... I think actually it's still tomorrow still. But like, if you donate soon-ish with a minimum value of $25, you actually are able to be added to the pool to win that. I hope you do for charity, but on the other side, I hope you don't, because I really want that, and I can't need more competitors. Alright, welcome to Tometown, where we're gonna meet Cloud! Hey, it's Cloud, and the sword is still way bigger than him. And Tometown is sadly having kind of a vampire problem right now. There they are, still stones. And on top of meeting Cloud in this area, we're also gonna see another very iconic Final Fantasy character. Because the blue trash can there over the side is this game's very own Sid! And Sarah... What's the name again? Celis from FF6. Was it Celis? I haven't played 6 in so long. Yes, off to the train graveyard, the home of the Vampire Prime. If we slay him, the entire town will become rescued. Will turn anti-vampire. Everyone will turn back to normal.
I'm definitely
So
getting
yay. Also, fun fact: Rain is terribly afraid of ghosts, which is made clear in this area.
Hey, is that a ghost? Gotcha.
Want me to turn this into a lawn graveyard?
Please don't, we still need him. He's very important.
You know what they call a locomotive with
Ooh, here's a
vampire
good joke.
fangs?
What do they call a locomotive with vampire fangs? Anyone? Anyone?
Honestly, I'm more impressed he knows the word locomotive.
A choo-choo train. Because I got fangs. Fangs that chew.
Think I need a pillow to cry in.
Rain, bring me a pillow too to cry in, because this run is looking disastrous. Disasterific! I mean, I had worse ones. This is still a decent pace for a marathon. I really shouldn't be complaining too much, but I need a pillow to cry in over this run. So, train graveyard, we'll hear a lot of Rain complaining about us still saying us continuing to say graveyard, 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 because it is a rail yard, not a you-know-what yard, as we will hear in a moment.
This train graveyard is really the fascinating.
Tama!
What's the wrong?
This is a rail yard, not a you-know-what yard, okay?
Well, sorry, Rain. Cloud introduced us graveyard. The white letters in the sky as we entered said graveyard, so it is graveyard. You're outnumbered there. It is a you-know-what yard. And while we just run around, moving trains and finding last few items we need on, I see we have another donation. Let's get that.
Anonymous donated $25. Just another stream 2 enjoyer here. Don't mind me.
Hey, Stream 2 Enjoyer Club, arise. As I stated during my Evil End run already, I usually prefer Stream 2 with this filler in here. Especially with the more wacky things going on from as well. That they wouldn't really be there. Although I guess Stream 1 really had some wacky streams, wacky runs this year too. Just thinking about the Billy Board percent, the Build-A-Billy percent, that way, $25 percent. Was a great run. If you missed that, I definitely recommend catching up on that. Was a great enjoyment. Alright, how was my movement in this area? Do I get the encounter beforehand or do I skip it? I do get it sad. But that is not the end of the world as we know it. And we're climbing higher and higher and higher. Just going up and above. But yeah, as I said earlier already on Big Bridge, as you can see, that was the first random encounter we had in the entire area. And we've been here for like, what, 5 minutes?
It just hit me.
Just saying, like, the combination of the stealth jewel together with a fast joyrider is just so broken.
Who? Me?
The Prime, dummy. She said bat. Looks like we've climbed up even higher.
Yodlala! Oh.
Hear that? Or we sunk to a new low.
Oh, come on, that was good, Rain. Don't complain about that. That was good. That was funny, right? That was funny. Yodeling here. Alright. Final area. Yay, we nearly through the train graveyard. So there are just 2 more treasure chests for me to grab. One containing a mega elixir that's hidden a little bit around here, which is gonna be worth 25k in gil. Very important money item for me. If I miss that, then that would be very, very bad. Or accidentally use it, as I've done in one of my first few runs here. Gonna lift that train up. Grab the were wheel. Yes, that wheel is a werewolf. And that Gimme Golem wants it for some reason. Alright, and with that we are entering the last bit. So, suddenly, Vampire Prime attacks us, and he kidnaps Rain!
Just hang on, sis.
Oh no! Now we are weaker in fighting power. And of course our sister getting abducted by a vampire is probably not the most productive thing either.
They're the straight ahead.
I hope she's fine. Oh, there she's just lying there. Just lying there on the ground after getting abducted by a vampire. I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's just fine. No, no, the vampire shows up. Rain, we gotta fight it. By defending first. Unstacking next. And then murder it with water. It's not holy water, but I mean, it works still, right? Because that was their weakness, right? As you can see, he's weak to that, so must be the solution. Yay, we killed a vampire. Except we didn't, and he just stands up again, and turns out Rain is also infected, and then Cloud shows up with a giant flock and rams it into his heart. No, Odin, we don't have time for you yet. Totally not foreshadowing the end game here. Teleport stone. And back to Tometown we go. I love the Joyride music, by the way. Very sad that in most areas it's getting overwritten by the area music. Alright, so Town is back to normal. No one is a vampire anymore. Yay!
Everyone's back to normal now.
Another day has been the same.
Yes!
Alrighty then. Next up is... What were we after again?
The Key of Tides.
Will Rain and the Long succeed in their...
In their noble adventures, stay tuned. Wait, commercial break?
Tom,
Commercials!
Hey, who gave you permission to cut to a commercial break? Put us back on the air.
What?
And now, back to the adventures of Lon and Rain and Tama and a bunch of mirages and Lon.
Alright.
Whatever.
Well then, let's get back to the
So,
adventures.
What are we doing? Anybody? Should we go pay?
Keys?
So we're paying Sid another visit, who's telling us that the last key is probably located near the Besaid area. Well, that rings a bell. At least I hope it does for most people here. The Fell Spell and the Quadra Queen. Alright, off we go to the next train station over there.
Huh? That's not the usual train whistle.
Look over there. I think I see some lights that weren't there before.
That's the...
It's the Nether Nebula. Gonna make rain big after this cutscene. If I find the right button. Hey, found first try. Sometimes it's a little bit of trying, which you were like, which button was rain again? Which one was lawn? Also, hey, more character conductor! Look at him, so big cuties. And now you see him in 2D.
We would like to take...
Alright, welcome to the Besaid area.
Oh, I am now loving this weather.
It makes me just want to laugh out loud.
I have no idea how to.
You have no idea how to react to that, Rain. Well, you were supposed to react to that with God, I love the laughing scene from Final Fantasy X. Alright, welcome to Besaid Village, where we're now having to ask around the people to find the temple indeed, the Sunken Temple. So asking the 3 persons around here that have the explanation marks, because that is what we need to do, and we find out about someone who might be able to actually help us get down there.
That looks like the place.
And we're just gonna rush in and disturb Dr. Shantoto at her work. We're in trouble. And we got wrecked. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, don't mess with Dr. Shantoto. And now she cursed us. But with a curse that benefits us because we now can breathe underwater. Yay! Also, hi, Titus.
Oh, you can still go the back.
Now for the swimming segment. The very important thing being these sparkles around here, because they contain items, and especially the second sparkle down on the right there.
But then why didn't you just go to the temple
You
for
can
us?
easily miss if you don't aim the camera around, because you can aim the camera around high,
The inch between...
and swim too far left. You can just miss that, and that is the most important of the 5.
Sorry. So did you?
And so while we're just going down, more donations.
Well, that place isn't just immune to the time.
Wint Cell donated $5. The male led as a bro and his sister's a party pooper.
That means you can go back to Ninewood Hills.
Indeed.
Thank goodness.
My personal favorite relation in this game is just Tama. Tama at some point is just making down Lon with his stupidity at some points, and then at other points, Tama's just as stupid as Lon, and it's amazing, and Rain is suddenly the one that's
gave me the antidote to
weirded out by it, and I love it. I love just the compilation between those 3.
Wait, did you say curse?
Yeah, we were cursed.
Cha. I mean, curses are the doc's specialty.
First, we've heard of that. Well, as long as she's planning on fixing us up.
Sorta. You see, tell those twin losers the antidote costs.
So bring me a Quattro Ruby, or they can get lost.
So good luck. I'm not crossing her.
She said all that?
Twin losers? What? Where did she get off calling me a loser? Lon is the loser here.
You're mad about the name calling? Hey, Titus, how come you can breathe underwater?
Yeah, how come he can breathe
Well,
underwater?
if you toss enough blitz balls around. What?
No.
I'll tell you about it some other time.
No, Titus. The explanation of Final Fantasy X was that they're holding their breath. That at no point said that they can actually breathe underwater. That never said that they can talk underwater anything more than gurgle gurgle. So this one is another one to the Fireflies, and it's not even Final Fantasy X. Good job.
Find the key.
Next thing, Valfor. Wanna guess what we get for Valfor? That's correct. We're getting speed and speed. Speed is great.
Rubies.
Rubies, baby, I wanna be a quadrazillionaire. Yes, just like that. Hey, look, we can walk on the walls.
Woohoo! This is fun.
I have to admit, it is.
I'm a ninja.
I'm pretty sure ninjas are supposed to be quiet.
Sorry for
Remember why
everyone
we're
who that
here.
was too loud in the end. Alright, so we are here in this temple.
Check out these big
Now,
statues.
for one big reason and
Was each of
one
these a famous
reason
squad show?
only. To hear the next little conversation down here, which is
know.
handling a very important topic. This temple is immense.
You sure it's not a woman's?
Good question. Is the temple immense or is it a woman's?
Lon, the temple is male.
Temple is male?
And all this time, I thought we were walking on lifeless the stone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. This temple is male, so please refer to this temple as he, him. Thank you very much. Because this temple is definitely immense, not a woman's. So, just making our way downtown through the sea. Da, 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 da. Alright. More gimme golems. Even more gimme golems are on the next screen. And then we're actually gonna meet my favorite character. Except we won't really see much of her. Sadly.
How long has
Because
it
we
been
skip
by holding its
cutscenes.
breath?
The bane of
Please don't
speedrunning.
ask Lon questions.
You can't just watch the good stuff and
You
watch
know,
and
as fun
skip
as it
stuff
is
you
to
don't want to
breathe
see. No, you gotta skip it
water
all.
and walk on the bottom of the ocean.
You ever wonder why the ocean is salty? The rain that fills up the ocean isn't salty. Well, there's a reason for it.
Yes, and that reason is
Whoa,
gamers.
that's nice.
Whenever a gamer gets salty, that's immediately going to the ocean, and that's why the ocean is salty. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Whoa, that's nice. How about you tell me about it another time?
Alright, so we are at the end of the temple, so let's say hello to the Quattro Queen! Who is immediately attacking us because she hates man things. And of course, Lon is a man thing. So we're just gonna do this and then that. Easy as that. So now she's gonna start crying and her tears turn into rubies. So there's our Quattro ruby that we need to pay off Dr. Shantoto. But also she said that the key that she was guarding was actually stolen by the Tonberries. So let's go after the Tonberries then instead.
Do you think she's going after those tonberries she meant?
And down we go.
I'm getting dizzy.
I've lost all the sense of direction.
Hey, sis.
Hey, what?
I don't think I'm moving forward anymore.
Of course you're not moving forward. You're moving...
Down, down, down. Alright, so...
The place is starting to look less and less like a temple.
Is it still a man's?
Maybe we've fallen into a man's hole.
Yes, that must be it.
So welcome in the temple's butt. Alright, enough dumb jokes. We're coming up to the Tonberry King. Because of course they have a king, and because of course we have to actually kill it. And because we're actually a little bit ahead and we still have a little bit of buffer, I'm actually gonna show this cutscene. Just to give an interpretation of Quattro Queen.
Attack! Quachos!
Bye.
What is that?
A huge tonberry?
Get them ready! Here it comes!
And he's guarded even. But luckily, that isn't really a problem because they are weak to lightning and we got spellstones. And also for the first time, we're gonna use Faith on Rain in this fight because Rain is a bit faster. And with that, we're just gonna deal more damage. Like, as you can see, she's doing 600 damage more than Lan right now due to the Faith buff. Which is still weird that it actually affects items instead of the actual magic stat, but hey, we don't complain about that. And yay, there's the Key of Tides. We got them all 4. So now what? What's the prophecy saying again? Something, find the 4 keys, climb Crystal Tower. Because of course this game has a Crystal Tower. Can't be a game referencing Final Fantasies without a Crystal Tower. But how do we know where the Crystal Tower is? We don't have time for you, Diablos. And yes, still not foreshadowing the end game. Alright, so we finally got the 4 keys. So what now? Still just a question. What do we actually do with them? And suddenly, mystical light stare from the sky just appearing conveniently in front of us. Because sure, that's a thing that happens. Suddenly things are getting a little bit too convenient for my taste. But he ain't complaining.
Say, the stairs here aren't gonna do anything crazy like collapse, right?
They're not. And while I now going to head back to Ninewood Hills to do our next shopping, we have a little more time to read another donation.
Brosif donated $5. I acknowledge that Square Enix says it's pronoun Titus, but I reject that. It's pronounced Tidus. Why would a character who has a water sword and plays underwater football and was washed up on Besiad by the tides not be called Tidus?
Yep, that is a good question. I personally am exactly on the same train. I hate this game for the simple reason of it actually giving us the intended pronunciation, apparently. Alright, we're going to buy Phoenix Stones. We need a few bomb fragments. Didn't get any dropped earlier. We need 40 lightning marbles. We need 23 dragon scales. We need 4 dragon wings and 10 spider silks. And we still have money left over. So it seems like we had a few good drops somewhere. And item management. So we want marbles there, Phoenix Stone there, Star Curtain that we picked up in Besaid, the Spider Silk, the Dragon Wings, and the Spellstone already a bit more to the bottom. For the second stay there, that's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, back we go. And now we're, for the first time in forever, we're actually having another boss battle that doesn't have any AoE attacks. They can't kill us all at once. So it's time to again point out the intense overpoweredness of items. And actually see how fast Usain Bolt the Black Choco Chick got by now. Alright, so we are throwing a Dragon Scale starting with Maduin. The only rule with this fight is if someone dies, it doesn't matter. The only thing that does matter is us actually having the Searcher alive at the end of this battle. Everything else doesn't matter. So we could revive here right now. I'm probably gonna wait one more attack before I do. Also, yeah, by the way, hi Terra, hi Maduin. Just gonna throw manually now anymore because I don't know who threw the Phoenix down, and done. Good. Off we go to Crystal Tower. Why was Terra guarding the entrance? I don't know. Alright, Crystal Tower. Big Bridge 2.0 basically, except that there's actually some stuff happening in here and I actually gotta do a few things in between. And also we will get to references to things that you would not think a Square Enix game would reference. I have to say personally, I was extremely surprised by it. Because that is not exactly the kind of genre they usually reference. It's not even one of their productions. Alright, so we're just climbing in circles right now. We're going to find another Mirage puzzle in a moment. The first one we're gonna do with Velfor, the second one with the Merfolk Giant.
Stand by for Warp 10!
Roger the Wilco! Standing by!
Warp! Oh, good old warp drive.
But let's be realistic. Everyone knows Warp 10 is the limit, and we're clearly not moving at infinite speed.
She's sadly right with that. Infinite speed would definitely make this dungeon a lot better because, you know, we'd already be at the top like 20 minutes ago. But yeah. Who had Star Trek reference on their bingo board for this game? Alrighty then, and Velfor for this one, because we need wind resistance. Then we're gonna take the green crystal, climb, flutter, blue crystal, red crystal, smash!
Are we there yet? Because I think my legs are about to fall.
Tama, you're flying. Don't complain about your legs.
I'm about ready to...
Lon, don't complain about your legs hurting. You're not walking either. Fenrir is doing all the work. Can we have a little applause for Fenrir for literally carrying this run on her shoulders?
Sis?
Huh? Rain?
No?
Is
Okay.
something wrong?
Poor Fenrir.
No trivia, so I guess that means she isn't upset at me. Hello? Rain?
What's up?
Unicorn? Unicorn! Hi, Unicorn. How are you doing? Bye, Unicorn. I like the Unicorn. Except I don't when I do when I did Platinum.
I guess I sort of
Because they have a super rare drop that I needed a few times.
Well, it does look like
Just
Ninewood
never
Hills.
wanted to give them to me. Anyways.
The day of Jabu? Is that like Doomsday? Bow before the mighty Jabu, humans.
I'm sick and tired of this place.
Yep, me too. Like, it's still an upgrade from Big Bridge, because I actually have to maneuver a little bit instead of just walking straight,
Okay, then I'm just tired.
You're gonna have to...
You're gonna have to stick it out. Okay, then I'm just sticky.
If you're sticky, then would you glue your mouth shut permanently?
No! We need more lawn jokes. We need more lawn jokes! What's the fourth wall break, here or in the next floor? I think it was here, actually. Oh my god, baby Cthulhu, hi!
Who knew just how far the twin adventurers had come?
Who, indeed.
Why are you talking in the third person?
It's called fourth wall break, Tama. You've done it plenty of times yourself already. Like with the commercial break earlier.
We must be getting near the top.
This place
Indeed
feels
we
less
are.
welcoming the further
We're
we
getting
climb.
close to the end
The Mirage
of Crystal Tower. The sad thing is, well, to already pick up a little bit, once we reach the top, we'll find a door sealed by 4 keys.
Yeah.
These 4 keys are just to represent 4 bosses. So after getting on top of there, we're getting forced to climb back down to find those bosses. Luckily, that will be by teleporting us into a different area where we just have to follow a linear path. And there are 2 bosses on each of these paths, so only 2 paths. which makes it a little more bearable. But oh well. Second puzzle. We take the Choco Chick, we take the Floating Eye, and we take the Mithril Giant. Press that button. Yay. Okay, so we're near to the top, the double bosses. Double bosses actually are, without lying, 2 of the 3 most annoying bosses in the entire game. Oh hey, more baby Cthulhu's, hi! Are actually 2 of the 3 most annoying bosses in the game, because those will be the first instance of bosses that can go south if they want to, because they have so many different attacks. Like they can do stuff like blind us, where we're just like, okay, we don't care, we throw items, we don't need to see you to land those items. They can do earth damage, some of them, which Rain is completely immune to, thanks to Valfor flying. But they also have some very strong, very heavy-hitting AoE attacks that are more than capable of taking me out.
Whatever it is, it's the crawling
Also, hey, it's the door to Kingdom
I
Hearts.
can feel it too.
At least I was told it
Let's be
seems
careful.
pretty similar to it, or easily to compare against it. So yeah, as I said, 4 keys and 2 paths to take. We're gonna take the left path first to the Hall of what was it? Wind and Earth, where we're going to meet Tiamat and Asterius, which is luckily the easier of the 2 fights, thanks to Asterius being Earth, and as I just said, Rain being completely immune to Earth. This fight is a little bit easier, considering I have someone who is fully immune against one of the 2. But nonetheless, the fight, if they really just want to troll me, they just can wipe me out in an instant if they want to. I did pick up the safety high potions in case I might need them. I hope I won't, because I don't like if I have to go for save strats here or heal strats. Because often enough it's not even enough to really prevent anything from happening. But we're gonna see. We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna hope they behave. They do stuff that we absolutely do not care about. And of course we're going to save before them. So, first half here done, taking a save and saying hello to Tiamat and Asterius. Hello there. So the good thing at least is, damage-wise, these fights are pretty scripted. So we're going to throw a Dragon Scale, then cast Faith on Rain to increase her damage with everything. That is an okay start. Then we're going to throw a Water Spellstone. Where did they go? Probably bottom still. Yeah, Water Spellstone. Another Dragon Scale on Tiamat. Repeat the same move once more. That should kill Tiamat, and now we're just throwing the 4 Dragon Wings on Asterius. Simple, clean, didn't do anything really to annoy me. Good. Dropping me a lot of Spellstones as well, which are going to be very important in a little bit. Scrolling notes. I don't want to accidentally do the Tiamat Asterius strat on the next one, which will be the Room of Water, which contains the boss of Water and Fire, being a Kraken and a Buer. And those 2 are the real threat here. But while we make our way over there, more donations, please!
Give Fenrir a head pat, donated $5. That last donor was wrong. Clearly it's pronounced Tidus Pod, not Tide as Pod. Get it right.
I don't want to start any discussions here. Although, if you want to keep those discussion going in the donations, I mean, it's going to a great cause. And again, for the minimum donation price of $25, which is accumulatively, so if you already donated $5 and donate another 20, you have $25 donated, you get thrown into the pool for the Cactor statue prize. The Cactor Conductor statue prize. And of course, many other prizes we have at the event. Alright. Krokkenbor. Let's hope they don't start with their meanest, evilest attacks right away. And then we should be fine. We're throwing an Earth Spell Stone. We cast Faith. Are we alive? That is fine. Accused Gaze can be very, very bad if used on Rain because of the slow. Another Earth Spell Stone. Marble on Kraken. Lightning Spellstone. And the Dragon Scale. Perfect. Actually behaving, not doing anything bad. The slow that Lan got due to Accused Gaze was not very nice, but again, if it's on Lan, it's not really the end of the world. Rain is the main character in that fight. And now it's time to finally confront the big bad guy. And I again forgot to save here. Whatever. We might just have to do Krokkenbor again if he doesn't behave. A few more dialogue skips, and there in the back you can already see it. Isn't it majestic? It's the Stargate.
Yeah.
Isn't it majestic?
Mom could
We're
be
gonna
here?
travel to other worlds with that.
Maybe. Let's find her.
Maybe we even meet Jack O'Neill and SG-1. Alright, so a bunch of cutscenes, and then we're actually, as I said, we're gonna meet the big bad guy for the first time. Say hello to Brandlis, who is hopefully gonna behave to some extent, because this fight can be a very bit annoying. So, here we actually are going to do a little bit different. As I said earlier, we don't really want to do this strategy of unstacking everyone when we have bosses that can just murder the entire party. He has that exact ability. But the difference is we used a Star Curtain on our Chocochick, which gave it the Reflect status. So if he does one of those attacks, the Chocochick will survive. And I hate that he's just doing normal attacks, because that's basically the one thing you don't want to see him do. Because we kind of really want to see that reflect damage coming in. Refreshing reflect, because I actually forgot to count, and of course he's gonna dispel. He just lost slow. One turn with the Chocochick. 2 turns with the Chocochick. He really doesn't want to play along today. 3 turns with the Chocochick. 4 turns with the Chocochick. And of course you dispel guy again, whatever. Slow, reflect, more marbles. Pretty simple fight, as you can see, all in all. I'm really surprised that he didn't do one AoE damaging spell yet, and we're out of Star Curtains, which shouldn't be a problem because he should be dead now. All in all, I'll take that. Decent fight. Saved me at least some Phoenix Downs. And he's defeated! Yay! And now we're gonna skip a total of 9 cutscenes where we actually are regaining part of our memory, which we lost at the start, and we're gonna open this gate because that woman over there turns out to be our sister, which we absolutely forgot that we had one, and she tells us that our parents are behind that gate and that we have to open it, but then it turns out that wasn't our sister, it was an imposter, and the evil guys just wanted us to open the gate to flood the entire world with evil machines that are now gonna try to destroy the entire world. We basically started Doomsday with that right now, and suddenly, Balam Garden. Hi, Quistis. A lot of cutscene skipping right now, a lot of things going on. Yeah. As I said, we basically just started the apocalypse with now machines falling in to the entire world and trying to take over. Some cities are completely deformed and taken over, and that are mostly the cities under the control of the Bahamutian Federation, because they planned that for 1,000 years. Since they showed up in this world, they just been waiting for us so we could open the gate again, so they could just destroy the world, because that's the only thing they want. They don't want world domination, they don't want anything, they just want to kill every single living being and destroy the entire world. Gonna do a little detour here to North Promenade to buy some more marbles. I don't need to, but it's gonna come in handy for us. In case I get really good fights, I really want the extra items. Bye! And back to Balam Garden. And then we're actually gonna explain what we saw at the very, very start of the game. That mysterious door that appeared in Ninewood Hills, where we were taken just at the very start with one of the cutscenes, because that is the girls' tea room, and the girl in the tea room that doesn't have a name, the girl that is, has weird powers over time and space and allows us to fight battles for our friends. So now we just basically get the rumor that there are 5 very, very special machine five very, very tough of these machine monsters that we unleashed all over the world. And we are just like, how are we gonna deal with them all? Well, if we stay in Ninewood Hills, time in Grimoire stops basically. And when we're in here, we can fight the battles for our friends. So that is what we're gonna do. But before we're gonna do that, shopping. Because we want to trade in armor gems. What are armor gems? Doesn't really matter. Just the currency that we're never really gonna touch anymore. No, not intervene right now. I wanted to trade in armor gems. I'd like to buy 1 Titus, please. Thank you. So with that, we just bought our first champion medal, which is basically a summon mechanic. And we're gonna equip him. As you can see here right now, we also had Sephiroth and Balthier from the entire time, even though they are from a free DLC, free update that every single person on the planet has access to if they bought the game. Yeah, they're still banned for some reason. Why? I don't know. Someone said it at some point and everyone followed suit. Every spellstone to the bottom, because we need those in a moment. And now we're gonna start to intervene. So, before we actually get to fight the 5 Cogna Lords, we're gonna have to play some minigames. Because, yay, everyone loves minigames and Final Fantasy games, they're the best! So in Figaro Castle, there's one that is, there are some machines that are kind of submerged. We hope for preemptive here. Ooh, good start. And we won the minigame. Well, actually, we lost, but I ain't got no time for minigames. And because by skipping the minigame, if we actually win the minigame, we actually have to fight a boss. If we give up the minigame or lose, we don't have to fight the boss, but it's still gonna continue as if we killed the boss, so it's a success. Yay! Saves us a good bunch of time. And second one. Hi, Omega weapon. Alright, Lightning has to do a run through this cave, and it's super fast. Let's see if I beat my PB here for this run.
Gotta hurry before that thing gets shot.
0.52. Such a bad time, such a bad time. My PB is sitting at 0.16. That was terrible. Alright, so now that we got the minigames out of the way, we actually get to fight the bosses.
What now?
So let's get done with the order. First of all, we're gonna back to Cornelia and going to fight Omega Weapon. Which, you know, Omega Weapon, that is a huge name in Final Fantasy. It's super boss in most games. What are we gonna do with it? Well, we're gonna haste up. Yes, we're gonna save up. He's gonna cast Reflect. And then we're just gonna throw lightning marbles at him for 2,000 to 3,000 damage. And he's gonna be dead before he can do anything else. What an amazing boss! Let's drop this in elixir. It's gonna be coming in handy for us. Hi, Warrior of Light. Bye, Warrior of Light. So the next fight is a bit special. The next fight is going to be the Supra Ultima weapon. And yes, that is because that thing is even more dangerous than the Ultima weapon. The gimmick with this one is it is super strong. It can wipe us out in an instant if it wants to, but we don't have to kill it in one go. The damage we deal to it will stay even if we die and come back in. And we basically just have to count again because we need to deal 50 hits. Spellstones count as 2, so we're at 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We're gonna keep one lightning. We're gonna keep one spellstone. We're sitting at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and there he's casting Ultima. So, 22 on the first fight is good, but we used up all our items, which is bad. But luckily, due to how this works, if we actually fail something or die, we get everything that we used refunded. So all our super overpowered items that we just used up are back. So we can continue doing the exact same thing. So we're at 22. We want to be at 49 at the end of this fight, preferably. 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, we want to keep one, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, please don't Ultima, damn it. That's unfortunate. That is very much unfortunate. So we're now sitting at 45. 50 is the kill. What our plan is to do a total of 49 hits, kill ourselves to get all our items back, and then just kill the entire thing only using up one item. So it's a little bit unfortunate because we now have to actually, you know, do 2 more attacks and then kill ourselves and then start the fight another time. Which is quite unfortunate. Though not the end of the world. A little bit of time loss. Because yeah, we will need these spellstones in a moment for upcoming boss fights. Back into Nibelheim. So, as I said, he's now on 49 hits in total, so we just throw another lightning marble because we need those at the Earth Hammer. And he dead. Yay! They did it! Well, not really because we did it, but whatever, let them believe. Alright, so, healing up and moving on. Next step, Tometown. Where we actually have one more minigame, and that one isn't skippable. We actually will play that minigame. And it has the second best character of the game with him. Because in this minigame, it's Whack a Cactor, where we're gonna try to hit the Cactor Conductor. Which you can win a statue of. Except we're actually not gonna try to hit him.
Go on, catch me if you
We
can.
really don't want to hit him, we just wanna have our 3 hits miss. And then when they ask us if we wanna play again, we say no. Because if we actually win this, we get an extra cutscene, which we have to skip, and an extra loading screen, which is annoying, which we really don't want, and win or lose doesn't matter, because the game will let us progress now anyways. So, Tometown Part 2, where we are going to fight for the fans of old-school rock music. We're gonna fight the War Machine. War Machine. War Machine! Same tactic as with the Omega weapon. We're just gonna buff up Rain and then start throwing marbles at its face. Hope that it spreads its attack out, doesn't do the full power move, or all out, or I'm not even sure how it's called anymore because I haven't seen it in so long. Good. because that move has a super long animation. Alright, so one more Machine Lord left for us to deal with, and it's in Besaid. But before we go there, we're gonna collect the rewards for finishing the others, which are a few potions, ethers, phoenix stones, remedies, all kind of stuff that we can need later. And here in Besaid, we have a Einhander, a flying machine. And how do we get it down? Well, we shoot it down with a Blitzball. So now we're going to proceed to ruin Titus's Blitzball career forever. Because, man, he has absolutely no power. And no, we don't want to try again. Because if we actually hit it, we have to fight it. We don't want to fight it because that takes resources we don't have and, of course, takes time. And now that everything is done, we go to a meeting and they're like, yeah, they finally found the hideout of the evil guys. It's at the end of the chains that are on every single city that's controlled by them. That's coming from the cathedral, which is always in the center of the towns. And we're just gonna do a little bit more shopping, where we're going to sell Mega Phoenixes and Elixirs. There. And then we're going to buy 3 Phoenix Downs, 53 Lightning Marbles, 9 Dragon Scales, 4 Spider Silks. Let's make that a few more, because I already used a few more. Protect Shell Stones up to 7. Looking good. Rearranging our items. Because now we want the Marbles, Phoenix Downs, Scales, Spider Silks. Then we want our Ethers. Then we want our Potions. And then we want the Shell Protect Stones to the bottom. As well as the Remedy, Holy Torch, and the... Am I misremembering stuff right now? Oh wait, no, yeah, Fridge Side Near Pros. That's what I wanted to say. I remember what I'm doing. I have done this before. So yeah, we're just gonna go to any town, and we're gonna go to Agathir, the town that was right next to Nibelheim right in the start. Where, first of all, we're gonna get a neat little...
What happened here?
Joke.
So,
reference.
The building in the center of town is the
Cathedridum? Yes, the Cathedridum. We're gonna enter the Cathedridum and now gonna fight a music boss. No. So welcome to the Cathedral, where we are now entering this teleporter and then gonna go through the worst part of the game, actually. That one's unskippable. Because now we're gonna go over the chains, getting chain sick, don't want to go on over the chains. Yeah. Pretty lengthy area, pretty boring area. It is basically Big Bridge 3.0, with the only exception that we're going in circle-like instead of in a straight line. And that we have some teleporters here and there that we teleport around on, so there is really nothing going on. Due to our Joyride and Stealth Duel combo, we will not see a single encounter here if I don't mess up my movement terribly somehow. So we have time to throw out all the nations we have.
Stargate SG1 tier list ranking donated $5. Low tier equals Jack, Samantha mid tier equals George, high tier equals Teal'c, god tier equals Daniel.
I mean, you're not wrong in some senses, but I personally say Jack will further up. Come on.
Catch up to
I mean, it's Captain Jack O'Neill.
Another sister.
Wait, was he Captain? I really have to rewatch Stargate. It's been actually really too long. But yeah, fun one. Next one, please.
Maiko's donated $50. Donating in advance because I can't watch her run. Good luck to Kenzie and to the second best detective.
Oh no, an ambush! And we sadly didn't get to hear the Blitzball theme here. This is, right now, here is the last random encounter that will get randomized music. And And since we just bought the Titus Jewel earlier, we had a chance to hear that soundtrack. Luckily, we will later anyways, because we actually will use the Titus summon at the final bosses. So we will get to hear that in a little bit. Alright, so... right side? Wait, what's the right side? Wait, is it? Machine in the back, machine in the back. Yes, right side. I can read notes. I've played this game before. Yoo-hoo, teleporters.
Rain, I'm sorry.
For what?
I give up. I don't want to climb this thing anymore.
Me neither! This area's boring.
If Wind can make the climb, then we can make it too.
I mean, we can, but I don't wanna. I really hope we at some point in the near future will actually find a sequence break that just lets us skip this part, because I hate it. Especially not just this, but the part after. Left, right.
They're no good nefarious
Back.
the meanies who want to fill in a crow's world.
Also, yeah, we're getting more story exposition about who the bad guys actually are, except half of it again gets skipped over by teleporting,
So
screen
what
transition.
you're saying is that they don't play fair.
Well, that much goes without saying.
Really have to say is still, it is impressive how low you can get the encounter rate. Like, just look how long these areas are. We're not seeing a single encounter. Nothing anywhere. In the next dungeon we might actually see though if I mess up my movement. Because there is one part that always confuses me and I always go in the wrong direction at that point. Let's hope I actually remember where it is, because the next area is just horrible. It's just horrible. Even me, who's done this by now about 100 times,
Well, we beat him once.
I still sometimes get lost.
I don't think that Brandlis guy was even trying before.
So what?
Well, so
I
what?
wasn't trying
I wasn't
either.
trying either.
I mean, it's true. I didn't use haste. I didn't use faith. I only did tier 2 items. I didn't even use my tier 3 items. I used 1% of my power against that fight. We didn't really try last time against Brandlis. So even if he didn't try last time either, doesn't really matter.
Do you know anything else about those 3 heralds?
Nothing the first hand.
Teleporter in the back. Take the Mega Ether, take the one in the back, and then right.
The X9... They have the lots of members, so...
Luckily, we're coming into the end of the chains. Just I'm never sure if I actually want to be happy about that or not.
Not only that, the ones with names and the numbers are the cruelest and most dangerous of all. Each is responsible for the destroying many of Inacro's the worlds.
Didn't the champions rise up to stop them?
Of course they'd tried. Without the champion...
Alright, final teleporter.
Don't all 3 of the heralds have names?
They sure do. We've heard them call each other...
Scrolling notes, because this area is very note heavy.
The silence is giving me the
I need my shopping list for the next area.
Way to
Because
keep
the unfortunate thing about the next area, it is very confusingly built. There is no map. There is rarely any indication of where you actually are and where you're supposed to go. And all I basically have is a list of items I want to grab that by now I memorized where they are, but I still need to see, right, this item right now. So that's that chest and that chest. So I'll just have to go down my shopping list during this. Because we're now entering the hideout of the evil doers. Yay! And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Castle X9. Don't worry, it is less confusing than it looks.
Beyond description.
Doesn't make it much better.
Strange.
Hello, Mega Phoenix.
Sometimes I think you are too.
So, yeah, you can already see this place is quite messy. You can walk on the walls, you can walk up and down, you can walk sideways. Gravity is a concept that wasn't invented in this area yet.
If not all three.
All in all, it is basically just a straight line with a junction here and there, allowing you to grab a few chests.
I think the soul.
But
Their power.
just by the way it's built and the fact that there is no map,
But that means if
this
we
is
go
just
kaput.
confusing. Confusing. Alright, two
Thresholds are
turbo
more
ether
than just
chests.
barriers, aren't they?
Technically,
Should
they're
be
more
right
like a
around the
powerful
corner and then
force field,
upstairs.
inside of which
Or
the
up
world's
block.
rules can be the bent and great feats performed.
So, whenever we step through a threshold, we're stepping
There's the
inside
two
someone
turbo
else's-
ethers.
That's the right. I knew it wouldn't take the long for you to understand. But for
Next
someone
we'll
to
take
create
a
world
phoenix
this
pinion near the
this
end of
real
this
inside their
segment.
threshold, they would have to expend a tremendous
Right
amount of
here.
energy, not just any.
All that soul crystal being sent here.
Right. It's
Then
probably
I'll go
doing
the upper path for an elixir.
It's okay. Well, whatever form the
And
threshold
then
takes,
it's
we know
nothing
how they
till
work in
we hit
general,
bunker
so
1.
At least we'll be ready.
Which means my hate
That's
point
the
of
right.
this
And
will
you may
come
not
up
have
in a
been
moment
noticed.
here somewhere.
Man, there's so
And I
many
hope I
mirages
actually
here. Doesn't the
remember
Federation
and
worry about sharing a
recognize the
castle with them?
place.
Somehow I doubt it. After all, a wolf knows better than to bare his fangs at a behemoth.
Here. You can go to the
Don't
right
give
to
him a
find
chance
another
because they
item, or
can't
you just go
behind.
up
There's just
the required
something
path.
about him that feels
The item you
fundamentally
can get there is a
different than the other two heroes.
mega ether, which is worth a crap ton of money, and my movement still wasn't good enough to skip the encounter here. Boo! It's fine. But yeah, it is not really needed anymore. At this point, we're picking up all the money items we need without really having to go out of our way, because every single chest is just right next to us.
Isn't that
And say hello to Carbuncle. We hope Carbuncle plays nice and doesn't drain us, because draining us would be annoying. Because he has exactly 6,000 HP, and with Drain he would take some of our HP, add them to his, and wouldn't die in 4 marbles anymore, which is something we do not want to see. So just behind him here is a Mega Phoenix.
Hopefully that means he's gone from the castle, if nothing else.
And then nothing
Come
till
on, let's
Bunker
keep
2.
going.
Right.
Because yes, that wasn't the only Carbuncle. It actually, in fact, was just an illusion of the original Carbuncle, which there are a total of 4 in this dungeon. And then the 5th one we'll see is the real one, which has more health, deals more damage, etc, etc. Isn't this area lovely? Like, you don't want to know how much headache I had the first few times going through here. I'm happy I got it down to muscle memory by now, because just, you know, muscle memory is the only way you're actually gonna get through here. There is no real indicators for anything except for the few
How far does
treasure
this go,
chests.
Anyway?
And this is a large
Fine,
segment where we
just
don't
keep
even
it
grab
cool.
some.
Sorry, I'm just so excited we're finally gonna beat those guys that I'm getting impatient.
Down here, down there. Over here, and then we should be near Bunker 2. Just a little swirly around upwards. And then we should hit Bunker 2. This area is immense. Or is it a woman's? Yes, dumb jokes. I like them. That's why I love this game so much. Please buy it, please play it, it's amazing. There is so much I'm not showing. Same deal, exactly 6,000 health. We hope to not see drain. He didn't drain us, perfect. Okay. So now further to the left is gonna appear another part. Where first of all we're gonna pick up 9 high potions. Because potions are great, 9 of them are amazing. Especially when they're high. Then we're heading the left path to find a Mega Elixir. To fund the rest of the game. Or maybe I'm actually... I'll have to see. I'm actually been doing pretty good on money. Money route actually is quite tight in this game.
Yeah, this place is the best.
But I've been having pretty darn good money so far. Might actually already have enough. Alright, the big shopping room. Still, 6 high ethers. We don't go to the right. Up here are 2 turbo ethers. A X potion. Then we're gonna down here to see Carbuncle 3, where we're just gonna sneaky by to grab the chest. Because Carbuncle 3 only unlocks an optional area with a few treasure chests that we don't really care about us, but 3 Mega Elixirs in 1 chest, yes please. And some haste stones, and with that we are basically at the end of the area. Yay! Skip 1 line of dialogue.
Huh? What's the matter, Tama?
Nothing. Something just that gave me a start. That's all that it was.
Cutscene right here. And we're gonna stand in front of the final 2 carbuncles in just a minute. Totally didn't just go the wrong way there. After explaining a minute ago that I finally memorized this place. It's just how it is. Shouldn't be enough to get an encounter. Good. Alright, so, Bunkle 4, also just an illusion. Same deal as the last ones. 4 marbles is a kill. If he drains me, that is unfortunate, because then I will need to normal attack, and he drains. Great. So because I don't want to waste my resources, I now have to normal attack, and as you can see, you're only doing like 200 damage with our normal attacks. Luckily he didn't drain that much, so that worked out. And then with Bunkle 5, he's a little bit beefier. He'll take 7 hits, which is why we will unstack, because he doesn't have any AoEs. And the only objective is that Searcher is not allowed to die here. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't kill Searcher. That was 6 even. Good. Good. Alrighty then. With that, we're at the end of the castle. We're gonna meet the big baddies again. But before that, Fenrir. Get more stats and the haste mirror jewel. Alrighty then. We're coming up to Brandlis 2, this time with his 2 goons. The Golden Knight and the Plumed Knight. Alright, let's see how they go. We start with a Dragon Scale on Plume Knight because he's weak to water. Then we're going to Faith Rain. He's gonna Magic Shield. Then Rain is going to haste herself while Lan is using the Holy Torch we picked up earlier to remove their status effects. Then we're taking 2 Water Spellstones. Good. And now we just kill. A few more dragon scales in the face. And 11 marbles kills the Gold Knight. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, you're gonna stack up again. Oh boy. Export, export, export. And... oh no. Please don't punish me. Oh, of course you punish me. Whoops. Now whatever. Okay. Say hello to Brandlis 2. This is gonna be a fight. Technically, the same strat as before, just with a few little extra safety precautions like casting Shell on myself. And the fact that I will not... oh boy, that was already heavy yet. That I won't unstack both teams, but instead only Rain's team. And can I please heal up Lawn again? Thank you. Kinda don't want him that low. The rest of the fight is basically going to be the same as the first one. We're going to throw the Spider Silks to cast Slow on him. We're going to throw items on him. And it's just instead of the actually trying to go for Reflect strats, we're just hitting him. We're just slowing and hitting, slowing and hitting. Gonna refresh my shell. Just the menuing is the hardest part of this. And done! We done! That's it! I can't believe it, Marathon PB. Title screen! Over! GG! No applause, no nothing, no... Whoop! I dropped my controller. No! No. No!
No!
Alright, then no. Welcome to the postscript. Hope my controller didn't take damage for the stunt. And hope that people actually fell for that because haha. Alright, so basically what happened is Lon sacrificed himself to steal away Brandlis, and Rain just overcame by despair and back to back to Ninewood Hills and basically just lived in frustration for no one knows how long. Till at some point a white fox appeared in front of her and offered a second chance. So the fox offered all of her life to rewind time to before we entered the castle. So this time we want to make things right. So we basically achieved nothing the last time around. Oh wait. We basically achieved nothing last time around. We sealed away the big bad guy, but you know, the whole world was still in ruins and monsters everywhere. So now we're just basically saying like, we can't let it off like this. This time we're gonna make it better. This time we're gonna get stronger first, and this time we're gonna save the entire world. We're not just gonna, you know, meaningless win, because actually gonna do stuff. Alright, first of all, we're gonna sell everything with a Mega and Elixir in the name. So Mega Ether, Mega Phoenix, Elixirs, Mega Elixirs, all gone for a large amount of money. Then we're going to buy 2 X-Pots, max amount of marbles, 40 to 50 dragon scales. Why am I low on money? Me no. Protect shellstones I don't need anyways, and phoenix stones I'm also looking good, so this should work out. No idea why I'm low on money, must have missed the chest somewhere. But that is fine. So now our plan is to, well, get our strength back. Strength that we were told to have before we actually got sealed away or something. So we're going to look out for the Plead. The Plead are 7 incredibly strong mirages that used to be under our control. And, this is bad. Why is Searcher not level 44? When did he die without me noticing? This is bad. He's close to level up though, so we might be able to solve it still by doing a little bit of... Okay, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Does the arena even give IP? Oh, I don't know, but... Okay, now we're routing on the fly. Now we're routing on the fly. By entering the Colosseum now, we just trigger an event with Ifrit and Shiva showing up. You remember, we saw them at the very, very start of the run. They're back now, and now we can actually catch them by dealing fire damage to one and ice damage to the other. And the important thing is that I do not mix it up, that I do keep casting fire on Ifrit and throw the Frigicide on Shiva. No misclicks, no using the wrong on the wrong, because using the wrong on the wrong will kill. Alright, now that everyone, now that both got hit 3 times, catch. Because now our catch chance is pretty high. Good. Do we get experience? We don't. Do we get experience for the other battles? I'm definitely not slightly panicking here right now. No, everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Alright, let's see if actually this doesn't... Okay, so we're gonna skip the first. We're gonna go with Catch of the Day 2 first. Hope that actually gives us experience. So we want to do a few fights now because we want to trigger Ramuh. Ramuh right now can appear here as a random event, which we hope will show up within the 3 fights that we want to do for item collecting reasons. Team Red 2. Dragon Scales. If he doesn't show up, it's not the end of the world. We can also just go back to Ninewood Hills, talk to Seraphi, and make him showing up be guaranteed. Yeah, no, we're not getting experience from this. Time to improvise. Time to improvise. Let's go back to the Gusty room. So we will definitely not be doing any of the fights that I'm supposed to do now, because that would be suicide without being able. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and fight Omega one more time. Too, because that's a very quick and easy fight, doesn't take that many resources. And that will hopefully give me enough experience. I wonder what happened that Searcher didn't get the experience there. That hasn't happened in forever. So what we want to do here, actually, at this point, why I need the Searcher on level 44, is on level 44, the Searcher unlocks a new transformation into the Death Searcher. And the Death Searcher has 2 abilities that I really, really want. Okay, he's level 44. We can continue normally. Good. 1 problem less. When I'm already here, gonna go to Plaza 99, talk to Seraphi, get the Ramuh event. Not the Prism Case. Even though Prism Case I need 2, so whatever. No, not that. Mirage Boss. So now that he's level 44, I can actually unlock the Death Searcher, but on top of that, we're also gonna do a few more levels here to unlock the Death Mag. No, that's not the Death Mag. That's the Death Mag. because on the board of the death machine we have a Faith Mirror Jewel, which is gonna make some fights coming up really trivial, because we're just gonna deal more damage. Then we're gonna actually turn you into a Death Searcher, and then do a board mastery. Because on this level, he already has more than enough points to, you know, fully evolve his entire board, which will allow us to get a mastery bonus. And that mastery bonus we choose is a auto high potion. Automatically for a high potion when I'm low health, that seems good. And then we're gonna place the resist sleep seed from the arena in there, so we now no longer can be put to sleep. Also important for later. Rumorator, more Colosseum Whisperings, thank you, goodbye. Alright, back to the Colosseum. Finishing up. Mirror Jewel. So we give Rain now the Faith Jewel that we just got, and Alan and the Hasted Jewel that we got earlier. So now, since we guaranteed it again, we just have to enter any event that isn't the Nebula Nitwits to automatically get this cutscene to unlock Ramuh. And then we still have one fight left to do that we want to do for items, which is Team Blue 1 level 57 Tiamat. There we go. For more water spellstones. And I haven't done this one earlier because here we're gonna just cast Death. And then we're just gonna throw an Ether and gonna cast Death. Done. So yeah, Death, that was the first and only time we're gonna use Death. Now we're just gonna grab Ramuh. The other ability that the Death Searcher has that we really wanted is Gravity. And we've all played Final Fantasy games, we all know Gravity. There are two types of Final Fantasies, two types of Gravity in Final Fantasies. Either the one that is so restricted that it's super weak and it's not worth using it at all, or the ones where it's completely broken, nothing is immune to it, and it just destroys everything. This is one where it destroys everything. And we are going to abuse that like crazy. So, we're finally done here. Now we're heading back to Ninewood Hills. So, we now caught 3 of the 7 from the Pleiad, and the other 4 we actually seen earlier in the story already, just not that because we have skipped them, but you remember that foreshadowing when I said, hey, iconic Final Fantasy boss, no, we have no time for you? Yep, that's gonna happen right now. We're starting with the Demon Diet Revealed, where we're going to fight against Tia Babalo, or better known as Bahamut. And this is the 3rd of the most annoying fights in the game, because of one ability that he has. That is called Touchdown, which deals insane amounts of damage, insane amount of topple strength, has an insane amount of topple strength, and etc, etc. So at this point of the game, the rest of the bosses is literally just gravity spam until they're low, like you've seen the amount of damage we're doing here. That is insane in all regards that you could think of. This is just simply insane. 3 gravities. There's Touchdown. We want to do, what was it, 6 gravities. So we're at 3 gravities right now. Actually, I'm not gonna Ether. Of course, you only got 1 this time. You can't haste again right now. There's another Touchdown, which we don't want to see. Still not enough for haste. You can re-faith though. Now you have enough for faith. 4. Ether. 5. And 1 more. Makes 6. Now we're starting to throw lightning marbles, and he is most likely gonna start with the countdown right now. 5, If that one reaches 0, we are dead. So let's hope it just doesn't reach 0. But the fight went all in all pretty well. He didn't topple me, he didn't kill me overly. Didn't have to do too much extra, so this should be fine. There he goes down. Alright, that's Bahamut. Right, I never deleted my fake Colosseum gold. Yeah, whatever. That. And now he joined our party. That makes 4 of the 7. Heal up. Next up, Clash of Swords. Where we're going to fight against Odin. Who has a terrible, terrible weakness against lightning. That's why lightning is fighting him. No, he is literally 3 times weak to lightning, so we are just gonna do 2 gravities here. And after those 2 gravities, we're just gonna spam lightning marbles for 4,500 damage apiece. Also, we want to protect Stone Lawn, which might be a little bit late right now, but it's fine. Of course. Whatever. Odin down. Next. Ancestral Acrimony Leviathan. Come on, talk to me.
What now?
Leviathan in Ancestral Acrimony. Two gravities, don't forget to protect and Shellstone. Because that's important, because Leviathan is also kind of annoying. More with a pattern annoying, but still kind of annoying. Fave, 1 gravity. Unstack. Defend. Turbo Ether. Ouch. Shellstone. Protect Stone. Haste. Second gravity. Marble spam. So, more controlled annoying because we're abusing another ability of the Death Searcher here that allows it to that allows us to gain health whenever a party member dies, which we're abusing to basically just spam Phoenix Downs with Lawn and then spamming marbles with the other characters. But that should be it. Great, we didn't even get to see Tidal Wave, which is amazing because that attack animation takes forever. And with that we have 6 of the 7 of the Plead. So we're closing into the end. Yay, the end. Healing up already again, and we're gonna grab all the rewards from all the other ones that we did so far. Again, just some more potions and ethers, Phoenix Downs. And When the Past Still Haunts. Which is Diablos, where we're gonna do 4 gravities with the first one. And that is the here's the reason why we got that resist sleep mirror tool, because now he can't put us to sleep. Haha! Gravity, haste. That was 2 gravities. 3 gravities. Actually, with the extra boost, I can probably just start marbling already. It's not worth charting up another one. Stop putting my party members to sleep. I kinda need them to kick your butt. Good. But Diablos is a sore loser and is like, I don't want to go with you anymore. Bye! And runs away. And then shows up at another point in another place, and we have to do a second fight. Which means we're going to save here. We're gonna throw a water spell stone if I can find where they are, because there they are. To kill the imps. And then it's more gravities again. Which he starts to get in on, but we don't really care. Our gravities are stronger than yours. Ours actually make a difference. Turbo Ever. Nope, not Faith Haste. One more. Come on, how are you not? There we go. And more items. Good Diablos. Like, this could actually... Yep, gold split. Neat. Not that it matters, since I'm 10 minutes behind PB, but neat. Alright, so. The plead is complete. We have all our strength regained that we had from before we were sealed away. And there's one last thing to do. We have to find out what happened to that fox, because it turned out by now that the fox that saved us here and turned back time was actually Tama. So now we're trying to find a way to bring Tama back, because Tama is dead, sacrificed all her lives, just so we could go again. So we're just asking, is there no way to bring her back? And get the answer, well, if we find someone from her tribe, another nine-tailed fox, and ask them to share one of their souls with us, and then we might just be able to actually get her back. So we're looking for one, but since we're speedrunners, we're not looking for one because we know where one is. And it is in the ice area. So we're now gonna hunt the QB. And after that, we're off to the final 5. Then it's just the final 5, the last battles of the game. We're closing to the end, and to be fair though, the final 5 can still be a handful. Because if you can't count, if you don't want to count, or if they don't like you, they can do anything from annoying you for 10 minutes before finally finishing you off, or just giving you a quick and painful death. Which is why we're of course gonna save before going there.
Whoa. If we let that karmic kook find the black fox and kill it, won't that ruin all of our chances?
Let's go after him, Rain.
Right.
Alright, QB fight, just more of the same, spam a few gravities, throw a few items, and then that fight is basically done. Nothing that we haven't seen before, so we can rate a donation during that.
Anonymous donated $5. The final act of every good story has a plot twist. Good luck, King.
Indeed it does. So 3 gravities is the goal here. Also just noticing I'm kind of low on ethers already, not a huge fan. 2... not. Actually I still have 5 normal, so I might as well just spam those right now. Can't believe I still have 5 normal ethers. 3 on stack, marble spam, scale spam. And of course in that moment you blow up in my face. Alright, that's QB. Now it's safe, and then we're off to the final fights. One thing worth noting, maybe still story-wise. So for the final fights, what do we want to do different this time when we approach the evildoers? Well, we're not actually gonna follow their invite to their castle this time, but instead we're going to head back to the Stargate. Because our goal now is to use the power of the summoners to reverse the flow of the portal and basically suck in every single thing that ever came out of it. Means the evil guys, all the machines they brought, everything that happened will be undone after this. Which of course, I mean, that would be too easy if it would just work like that, so obviously they need like 1,000,000 years to charge up, and in the meantime they figure out our plans and come to intercept us. Where also we're going to do a little bit of a different fight, because we're gonna split up. For this fight, Lawn and Rain split up and fight on their own against one of them. You're down without the bed. That's good. No haste stone. Where's my haste stone? There's my haste stone. And then we're gonna spam Titus. I'm gonna actually show the first attack because I can. We're gonna use that 3 times. If we get 2 crits, then we might actually kill him right away. If we get 2 crits.
I've got this.
Which is not too likely. Maybe we get lucky. Hopefully we get lucky. Go, boy, go! Boom. Nice. No crit. And we're just gonna do that 2 more times. Just without the cutscene. No crit. Last chance. Come on, give me at least once to the fight ends earlier. No crit. Alright, so we have to spam 5 more marbles to actually kill him. And of course he used the magic shield, so luckily I still have 1 holy torch. And of course he does another one. Alright, so now I deal half the damage. So now it's still like 8 marbles. He really doesn't like me right now. At least he hasn't disastered me yet. And I'm surprised he didn't take that jinx to do that. Good, first fight done. Plume Knight, Solo Rain. Most important thing, Shell. Shell first and then count how many turns it is. That is Shell. That is 1 turn. Faith. 2 turn. Haste. 3 turn. Water Spellstone. 4. 5. And refresh Shell. Refresh Faith. Refresh Haste. Export. And spam some more scales. There we go. That's the first 2. 3 more to go. Fight against Plume Knight once more, now in the true form of Pelionor. We're going to start with a Faith. At this point, it's basically just going all out. We're on the final 3 fights. We can go all out. We're just gonna go crazy with our remaining items, skills, everything. Do I have another spellstone? I have another spellstone. Okay, now before we kill her, we need an elixir. Final 2. Actually defend here so we can do the Faith Gravity. Again, gonna throw an elixir before ending the fight, so I can start the next one better. And final fight. Time is on last hit. We're coming to the end. And of course, every single final boss has to have some hideous, monstrous creation at the final phase. So more faith, more gravity. Haste, defend, high ether, gravity, turbo ether. That is fine. Gravity, turbo ether. That is fine. Rest them up. More gravity. He currently is water, so I am not allowed to hit him with water element. Now he's wind. I'm not allowed to attack him with wind, which is unfortunate because that's basically all I have left at this point. But it should be any hit now that he goes down. Time. Who wants to know something funny? That was a 1 minute 15 gold split on the final fight. That was something. That was definitely something. Oh, alright. Well, no spoilers here. Go play the game yourself if you want to see the ending. Buy it. It's amazing. It's a gem. If you haven't heard of the game before, it's probably, as I said earlier, as I said at the start of the run, it was released only a month before Final Fantasy 15 and was heavily undermarketed, so not many people actually know about it. Most people just find it at random at some point, play it once, find it nice, and never really share the story, which I find very sad. The speedrun community for this game is still very small, but fairly optimized. If you want to run with us, we have sadly don't have an own Discord server, but we do have a channel in the general Final Fantasy Discord. And yeah, there is nothing really much left to say for me. I could show the credits, but that would mean spoilers, so no. No. Credits are funny, but no. You want to play them yourself, and the credits are just the extra incentive. And with that, yeah, that was my last run for the week. I had a blast, I have to say. Huge thanks to ESA again for letting me run at this event. It was my first ESA, and even though we still have days to go that I'm really much looking forward to, I had a blast so far, and it's going to be even better, and I'm definitely going to come back. I'm definitely trying to be a regular. And yeah, you probably will see some more of me at some point. With that, there is nothing really left to say. There's nothing really left to do. Have a wonderful evening, lunch, morning, whatever time zone you live in, and enjoy the rest of the event. And donate, but not over $25 because I want that character conductor statue myself. Bye-bye.